right, we're gonna try the Yeti again. I hate this. I hate Windows 11 sucks. All right, as someone who has been using Windows heavily since 3.1, this is one of the worst trash releases they've ever done. It doesn't know anything about virtual audio routing. It breaks, it resets, it doesn't respect your settings. Like, I don't know what idiots you got working over there, but like it worked fine in Windows 10. I'm salty. Radio. I shouldn't like I rebooted thinking it would fix it. It didn't fix it. Mic is loud. Sorry. Let me remove the gain. Property. No. I just switched mics. I'm using a different USB mic. If I turn my gain boost off, is that okay? I don't know. Let me know where that is at. That seems like it should be in an okay spot. What the hell? Seriously, Windows 11 is awful. I upgraded because in September, I think, September or October, you stop getting updates. I work in cybersecurity for my day job. I'm not running a system at home that is not getting security updates. And you kind of need to run Windows if you want to do gaming, which is kind of it's my pastime. It's why we're all here. But Windows 11 is the worst. I enjoyed 98 was fine for gaming. 2000 I really liked, although I understand why some people stuck with 98. I really enjoyed Windows 2000. It was good architecture. XP, fantastic. Way overdue when it was replaced. Windows 10 eventually, Windows 7 was okay. Windows 10 grew into a nice spot, I think. But Windows 11 is legitimately like got clubbed in the head. And virtual audio, like, it breaks so many things that work just fine in Windows 10, and I can get it all working and like one change. Plug in a device, plug in your phone, plug in a new keyboard. It doesn't matter. It like resets the stack, and it's like you don't care about that virtual audio setup you spent 45 minutes on tweaking settings, right? Because we're gonna throw that out and use your webcam microphone instead. Come on, like, really? This is where we're at in 2025. You're gonna tell me AI is gonna fix everything? You can't get virtual audio settings right in your core operating system, your flagship products? Good job. Great job! Exclamation point. Yeah, Windows ME was pretty bad. But like as far like this is where we're at, right? 10 is retiring and there's no other option. Windows 11 is your option, and it's awful. If you're creating content and using virtual audio, I'm so sorry for you. You know my pain. Okay. Does everybody know where we are? Did everybody see where we are? The title of the stream is accurate because I loaded up this one and I was like, oh my God, it's so like, there's these tiny little ideas that look cool and it's so disconnected and horrible. And maybe we could fix them tonight. Or do we start a new build? Do we start the traffic. I stopped by Eggstream the other day. What is it? Palavin is 5 years old. And I was saying something like, oh yeah, jokingly, throw the space elevator next to the airport. Because what people do, it's a terrible idea on so many levels. It's the ugliest thing in the game, first of all. Don't mind the car traffic, but look at the pedestrian traffic here. It's insane. So people come from the airport, visit the space elevator, and then leave town. So you have this unbelievable stream of pedestrians. They might actually drive the last block to get here, which is why it's so jammed up. But I can fix this. This is more just an example of how you can bring tourism dollars into your city and then immediately send them out. I got to build a park right there. Because can you imagine what this park would make? Have you ever seen a stream of pedestrians like this? In console? Non-stop. Literally all day long. Non-stop. It's great. Okay. Let me see here. Studio mode. I gotta get set up again. I was all set up and then I had a reboot and that didn't fix it. Okay, so if I come down to here and grab this source and full screen projector. Okay, there we go. We're good. Studio mode. Let's get in the game. There we are. Okay. I'm sorry, everybody. It worked for a couple streams. You know what's funny? Or like, as I was like hitting record, I was thinking to myself, or not hitting record, as I was hitting go live. As soon as I hit go live in the browser, which officially sends the stream, like I can send OBS signal. It's not until I hit go live that the stream actually becomes the stream that you know and gets activated. And as soon as I hit that, I was like, you know what bug I haven't had in like a week or two? The one where my microphone goes completely dead after going to sleep. And I look over, it's like, oh yeah, no sound. I'm like, okay, well, reboot fixes it every time. So I reboot as fast as I can, hoping to get back into the same stream, but it got canceled. Thank you all for coming back for the second version of the same title stream. And I go in there and I'm like, okay, we got back in, whatever, we got it set up. It's cool. People will come in. And then I look back down and the reboot didn't fix it. So here we are with the back to the Yeti. This is when I started making Cities content, like full-time on the channel. I don't want to say full-time. I'm not full-time YouTube, but like full focus on Cities. I was like, I'll set up a little bit better. So I got a Yeti at the time. Now I have Audio Technica that I really like, but the audio doesn't want to work. Not the mic, not the audio interface. It's virtual routing in Windows 11. That stinks. The Yeti I think is great. I think it's it gets a bad rap because of a couple videos that got out there criticizing it from like a recording professional vocals view. Like if you're streaming, like even if you're streaming professionally, it's fine for that. If you're recording professional vocals, you should be doing it in a sound booth with a good microphone and not. I understand they were doing that kind of stuff during the pandemic, but like if you're doing that at home, chances are you're either a better sound engineer or a better voice actor and shouldn't be doing both. Pick one, get good at it. Let somebody else handle the other part. But the Yeti's fine. I don't know how it is since it got bought by Logitech, I will say. That's a kind of a deal breaker for me now. Like I wouldn't get one now, but there's a lot of good USB options. Okay, so yeah, the traffic, don't mind the traffic. Traffic's fine. So what do we do, everybody? Do we do some remodeling of Santa Rica? It could be any city. I've got remastered in the background on sleep, so it's not like we can't switch over quick. I will say I booted up Cities 2 today. I grabbed the region packs and I said to myself, you know what? We're not going to do modded for two reasons. One, unmodded console community, big part of why we're here today, right? And I really want to I want to build my judgment off of where the game is at, not where the mods are at a year and a half later. We're almost 2 years into release, right? We don't have a release date for the last DLC promised at launch. So I booted up 2. I grabbed the region packs. I figured that's a good way to add a lot of variety into the game. And I started playing. And I've got a lot of critiques. I got bored with the game before I got to 1,000 population. It's still so terrible in my mind. I found out Egg's doing Yoakley with no mods. And I respect what the man can do. He can make the stuff look a lot better than me, but like I'm using the same tools and it's just like, man, these lots look like repetitive trash and It's just not. It's not as fun. Great day for a 10 tsunami. Okay, first of all, it's too early for that. Second of all, super chats are commensurate. The dollar value of the super chat is commensurate with the level of the disaster, is all I will say. Sims are going through cars and buses. Yeah, no big deal. It's fine. Maybe. So what do? There's two new builds I wanted to start. I should stop jumping on cinematic camera because I'm not finished talking about what I want to do. I either want to work on one of the existing cities and do a little remodeling. Technically the title of the stream, but I'd be okay starting. I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for a new 25 tile build. I think I'm going to do a recorded series, but also I would like to do one on just in general, right? Let's just do one on stream. So we could do that. I just want to get a look. I forget what my top maps were when we broke out the tier list. So the ones I've built on we're not counting, but River Run, we've got Oracle Lake from Plazas and Promenades, Maze Valley from Hotels and Retreats, and Caldera County from Map Pack 3. So there were 4 maps, a base game, and 3 different DLCs, all late stage DLCs that had some really good 25 tile maps. Not all of them. A lot of them were still trashed here. I feel like a lot of lessons weren't learned. That asset is huge. I dropped that in Meander or moved that in Meander, and it's just like, it's obnoxious. I gotta get rid of that Grand Mall. Grand Mall, Posh Mall. I forget which one that is. But that one that we just saw before. That's the airport. I know that's the airport. That part I know. So yeah, so I want to get a River Run build started. Maze Valley was really cool. Caldera County was really cool. I don't remember Oracle Lake as well. A reenactment of the disasters. No, not yet. Geez, maybe I should get out of here before everybody kills everything. It needs so much re-engineering. Can we look at, okay, the title of the stream is loading up old cities is cringe. And it is. I like the idea of this city was like, oh, you had neighborhoods here and off in the distance is the big city. But it's hard to get that scale in 9 tiles. This is just like a wild Green City suburban area. There's a creative art school over here. They're not getting anything done at Dia still. They're just slacking. 5 years later, this is what they're up to. Just hanging out. No big deal. Is this shut down? Or do we have a Hadron Collider now? So is there no students? That's about right. Don't mind all the icons. Those are fine. Everything's fine. The Collider's over here somewhere. It's easier to find at night. It's glowing. There it is. The students out in front of this? No, they just learn remotely now, huh? It's not as fun. We can't drive one of those, can we? We can't become a moped. That'd be great. I'd do the mascot on the moped, drive around. There are some great... I don't know about the radio tower, but I put that in because of you maniacs. I don't know if I mentioned that. There's a radio tower coverage. Not for the disasters anymore, but to warn people that 1030 is here. I guess we could play it and actually let it move, not just sit here on still. I feel like the assets in... Okay, I say that the assets are less repetitive. One of the really offending zones is is it leisure? Or tourism? One of those. The one that has all the hotels. The hotel assets are very few, and they are very quickly repeated. But for the most part, like there's a good amount of variation in. There's more variation in cities' assets than in cities 2. I will say. I feel very safe in that statement. Okay. It's a little bit of a... Whoa! What's going on over here? What is the terrain think is happening? What? Like, people are just levitating out of the subway. People just riding their bikes down the stairs? What is this, jackass? What are you doing? Idiots? That is wild, though, them coming out just levitating up into the sky. Escalator set to launch, yeah. Is it a little too fast down here? Let me see. Seems normal to me. I don't know. I actually saw from across the street. I was like, oh, there's a lumpy parking lot over here. The terrain's being a little weird. I was trying to put some fence down in Meander and Remastered, and oh my god, the glitchiness of it finding old terrain that doesn't exist anymore. Like, I cannot believe. Man, it gets bright when those lights come on, huh? This is the OG console version too. Like, it's, you know, it's good enough. It's good enough. People go down the bikes, yeah, into a wall, no less, into just a black void. There's definitely some cool vistas in the wheelchair cars are so weird. They're just like, you're gonna catch the bumper of a Dodge Ram in the teeth. It's really not safe. Speaking of, okay, we're going really fast already. We're going really fast already. We can't hold it. Are the cars drive better? That's not a good one. This isn't going to handle well. This isn't going to handle well. Okay, what do we have? Crazy taxi. The driving. Oh, I wish the driving was just a little. I wish you could control the gas and the brakes with the triggers. I've complained about this a lot, but I stand by it. Motorized toilets? I mean, man, the oversteer. It's Crow God! Oh God! Okay. So it's being a little tricky. I'm not paying attention either, but you know, like. Okay. Sorry, I was checking levels here. So what do we do? Do we deal with some of these pop-ups? Maybe we start something new. Okay, we're not going to be in here though. We're going to be over here. We're over here now. What were we in? Yeah, this is what I was saying. I was trying some of the new emerging downtown assets in pick up where we left off. Some of the new emerging downtown assets in Meander, and like, just look at how stupid big this thing is, because this hotel needed like a sightseeing thing nearby. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll just move this monument over here, the Grand Mall. But like, it's stupid big. It dwarfs almost every office building. It's no point. I started downsizing over here a little bit. So down here closer to the beach, I don't know why that's complaining about pedestrian area. It's because it's on the pedestrian road on the side. So I started downsizing a bit over here. It was like all really tall stuff. So we've got a more modern downtown feel. There's some offices mixed in here. I'm going to get rid of, again, these repetitive hotel assets and bring in some more of the hotels here. Where's the other one? There's another one on the next block. We'll leave probably the clubs. Those are beachside appropriate. There's another one. The budget hotel. $25 a night. It's pretty budget. I'd probably burn your clothes after from the bed bugs. Do River Run map? I think I'm down for that. Let's just make sure the amusement park's not on fire again. No, we're good? Okay. Excellent. So yeah, Meander needs a lot of love, but we'll be back to that. We're not done there. Okay, new game time. It's been a while, and I can't believe this one was hiding here the whole time. We could name it something clever, or I could name it this because people will ask, and then I won't have to tell them. But if you we can change it after, right? I think we can change it after. I hope we can change it after. Not that River Run's a terrible name. All connections, all resources, 76% building space or suitable area for building. We're doing 25 tiles. And that is it. We'll do night cycle when we want. We'll do disasters when you maniacs want. Are we ready for this? Are we doing in-game? How's everybody feeling? Shout out. Could you hop in chat just for a second? In-game music and radio station of choice, if so, or synthwave or something. Tell me. Or lo-fi, I don't care. I'm down for whatever. Yeah, I think you can change it too, Blake. I'm pretty sure. And the city info menu. I like Paradise Radio. That's up there for me. Apparently we're going to sit in silence for a bit, though. Hold on. Oh, man. Do I have it set up? I don't have it set up. Studio mode. Capture, window. Chrome new tab. Bryce, it's bright. Okay, we'll do this real quick. We'll knock it out. The Tokomst Tienga, okay, which apparently means Future Fest, is currently underway in what city? Oh my god, I don't know. Rio. Of the world's two capitals below sea level, which one is named for a flood control structure? World capital named for a flood control structure. Ooh. That's good, that's good, Wanderer. Nice. Okay. They call him the Wanderer. America's oldest extant food trademark is Underwood's Cartoon Devil. On cans of what product they somehow make spreadable? Food trademark Underwood's Cartoon Devil on cans of a product that is spreadable? Spreadable ham? Stop. No. I'm putting it in because I just have to know. It's not ham. Go off. Ugh. Oh, what the man? Oh. Oh. In 1953, guitar legend Wes Montgomery's older brother Monk became the first person to record What instrument? I'm going to need a clue on this. I don't know. After losing Cliff Burton to a bus crash in 1986, Metallica hired Jason Newsted to play what instrument? Bass. First person to record... What, an electric bass? Surely there were upright bass guitars in jazz music recorded before 1953. Guitar legend Wes McCarthy's older brother became the first person to record a bass guitar. Like, was it never a guitar version of it until 1953 and never recorded? Because there's definitely bass. A setting of poems by Arnie Gaborg. The Hagtusa song cycle by what composer? I have no idea. Premiering in Bergen, Norway in 1884. The Holberg Suite was by what? Peer Gynt guy? Oh, somebody must know this. The Hall of the Mountain King. I'm terrible at this. River Run is loaded. We should jump back over there. If you know Ragged Drive, throw it out there. Okay, let's get some Paradise. Okay, we've got that. Let's take a peek around. So I really want to use, so we've got a lot of space. We've got a great amount of space within this valley to work with. I'm thinking that the tile just north of here is where I'd like to put most of my residential, between like a big residential patch, high density residential, and a park between the train tracks and the highway there. Basically right what you see on screen, that's where the big residential is going to be, which is it's going to be tall, but not as tall as a couple of skyscrapers and some office buildings that we have in a strip on either side of the highway, maybe. That's going to take a lot of manicuring of this landscape. One of the downsides of using a very early map is the hills are pretty wild, but they're manageable for the most part. But we're going to start over here on this side for now. And I don't know how much we're going to keep what we start, I will say. So let's pause. Let's do a road. What do we want to do coming through here? So I still want to think about it. I don't think this stays. I think we've got to put, so this stays interchange. Does it stay interchange? Because there's like needless crossover of all these highway points and all this complexity, and we might end up doing away with it. The highway up here definitely stays. Whether or not these two remain connected, I don't know. Okay, let's come down this way. We'll do the best that we can with what we got for now. We're gonna do 4-lane roads, right smack in the middle. I guess we could like really put it smack in the middle, right? Like. And that way, can we grid out the middle of that space with a 2? You can't hit the middle of that because it's not. Okay, so we gotta redo the whole high. It's not like we're. What am I worried about? It's not like we're keeping this. Okay, mouse. You've been here before. Let's build. Okay. We're gonna come out here. We're gonna come out with a long shot. What do we say? We got $70,000. Let's spend $4,800 on a road. I do want it to be kind of straight off the highway at least, though. So hold on a second. So this will give us a nice bit of framework to work off of, and it's relatively flat, which is nice. So we can work off to either side of it and build some zoning in there. We'll make this a better throughway at some point. This is we're back in remastered Kung. This is going to be 25 tile River Run. Okay, so normally I would make this look a lot better, but we don't care about this, so that is okay. What do we have access to for one-ways? What do we got? Two-way and wide sidewalks. We can do wide sidewalks so we don't get any parking. Okay, that's good enough for now. A lot of this might get rebuilt, I will say, right? Like, part of the consequence of doing this on console and legit with no cheats is that we're gonna be very limited in what we can do. So I'm gonna build, this will be our first residential pocket for now. Yeah, this will be our first residential pocket for now. So we'll come in, let's not go crazy on the money, right? I don't need to bankrupt my first city back on stream. And I would say normally we could do a little bit of buffer, but not here, not in our original neighborhood. Not where we're just trying to get some of this going. We'll connect those. This is fine to connect through all here because we won't have anything but residential traffic on this side for now. Okay, that's certainly enough to get us started. We got, well, I guess a little more. One more block, and then we'll go do we'll do commercial up and down here. We can come over here for industry. We'll give ourselves a little bit of space to do like power plants, dump, services, that kind of stuff. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't work this close to the highway. It's a little bit of a pain to get to because you have to basically leave the city to come back because there's not a good turnaround. One, that's not my problem. I mean, technically it is, but I, as mayor, don't really care. This is obvious. I'm voted in for life. It's not like they have a choice. I own all the land. Everything that the sun touches, you pay taxes on. It's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, so we'll move the residential right in back to back. I'm gonna do the first two blocks because they're gonna be idiots and move in far away. We'll use some nice filthy coal power to start. Clean coal energy, as someone likes to say. Can we bring this right over here? That'd be great. That would be great. Water pump. Has everyone learned the downstream lesson? Don't put your sewage pumps there, kids. Probably don't have to put them this far away, but you know. In fact, that's going to cost me money just to power up over here. I'm not running electrical wires all that way. We can afford that, can't we? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see here. 440. There we go. Oh, I didn't realize what I did. It's an atrocity. It's an atrocity. Inlet sewage? I don't know. I'm not a fan personally. It's not to say that you're wrong for playing that, but it's just not my jam. Let's just do this while we have money so that we're ready and we only have to worry about plopping down some additional zoning, right? Okay, we're very low on cash. Is this enough to get us through? One more block. That should be enough. That should be enough to get us through to the first milestone. Okay. We got water. Right? Wait, hold on. Oh, no. Wait a minute. 5,000. Oh, we're getting close here, people. We are getting close here. What did I forget? What else? Okay. We got roads. Where we're going, we do need roads. We got zoning. We don't have industrial zoning yet, do we? No. Okay. We don't really have a lot of industrial roads over here for jobs, do we? Oh, shh. Nikes. This should be interesting. $1,700? That is a little close. Got a little crazy throwing out a couple extra wind turbines so that I wouldn't have to run electrical cable. Could just run an extension cord, I guess. Probably might have been cheaper. Okay, so let's assume. Oh, can we even mess with? We can't mess with budget. Okay, roads. Yeah. Okay. You want money for roads? We don't need any power yet, so let's take these down to 60. I'm gonna go to 50 and 6. Power gets used up quick. 3 times speed. Here we go. River run, everybody. Clap claps. Of course they move in down at the end of the street. That's why good thing I put the power down there. Pretty sure this was the first house, but it must have been this one because it's done building first. Okay, we got houses moving in. I didn't notice the theme of this map. Is this European? Right, these houses are European, aren't they? Are they? I don't feel like this is the default set I normally play with. I could be wrong though. Oh, that's a good point. The trees tell us a lot of that. Thank you for paying attention. I just went through 92 maps in 10 hours and it all blended together. Okay, we need more. Do we need more residential zoning already? Man, the residential zoning in Cities 2 is no joke. I forgot about that. Like, that it's what it wants you to do. For like forever in perpetuity. What? What? Why? No, get out of here. Move out of my town. Kidding me? What the hell is wrong with him? Okay, we're 600 in the hole. We're starting to climb back out. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. Do we throw the electricity all the way down? We are broke as a joke. Come on now. Come on now. There we go, budget. There we go. Okay, let's give the people some more places to work and ways to pollute. You know what? I mean, it's not like we have a lot of space to mess around with right now, so. What is it? Pennies? We're saving our first pennies. I wish we could move it down in a corner, but that's okay. We'll move the street if we have to. Pennies, welcome to River Run. Nope to all the different management systems. It's a headache. It's a lot. It's a lot. And like I looked at the mods and Q-Boy does move it and they're retiring. So they're stepping down from the roll with Move It, which is the most popular mod. The second most popular mod is Traffic, and it's the guy that got hacked and delivered malware to everybody. So I'm not super high on... I'm not great on using either of those, because one of them is done getting updates, and then the other is... Again, like I'm sure a perfectly great mod, but also very good at distributing malware, and you can't turn off auto updates as a consumer. I think that is stupid to force me to do updates after you introduce malware to people's computers. No, trust us. We're going to give you updates. It's how we send you the safe code. Is it? Is that how it works? Do we not have water over here? Do we not? No! No! Okay, we got this. We got this. Okay, all that residential is covered. We're good there. Hey! We did it! That's the first stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate you. Check you out in the next one. Until then, move the mouse. See ya. Bye. No, I mean, come on. That would be stupid. That would be stupid just to end it like that. What do we got? We got our first milestone. The Ice Cube Factory. There you go. Ice Cube Factory. What do? We pump out hit records. Taxes, loans, garbage, healthcare, education. How many times have we been here before? Taxes. Free money. It's free real estate. You grab it. Garbage, healthcare, education. So I think a dump is easier for now. Goodbye, businesses. Sorry. We'll do a dump for now. Healthcare and education. Can we do both? Do we have enough money? We were tight on funds. So let's do this. What is this? Is this the IHOP? Oh man, we're getting all the essential American staples of breakfast. Historical building. What do we call? So it was Denny's is pennies. Pancakes International. How about I drop from a coronary from all the syrup. Okay. The books, I was gonna say the bookstore asset repeats a lot. It's unfortunate. I do like it. It's all over the place. That one seems to love to gobble up lots. iPops. How about, where are we? Garbage, healthcare. Oh, we didn't put the healthcare down. I didn't want to overwrite that though. Can I get it in? Can I get it in before the Denny's? Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Eat a high cholesterol breakfast and then stop by the clinic on your way back to wherever. I don't know. Probably to the other breakfast place, let's be honest. That's where I'd go. We'll drop this on the first. What will be the first? We can have this as a cross street that'll come through. So we got garbage, healthcare, education. The way that I said that, where you put the commas really matter, because like garbage, healthcare, comma, education, or garbage, healthcare, and education. If you don't use any commas around that statement, it's kind of Americanized, right? Garbage, healthcare, and education. They're both garbage. See what I'm saying? The commas really matter quite a lot. Whether they're spoken or implied. Meal waiting for the ER to treat your heart attack? Exactly. So like, just jam up. Absolutely. No, wait. Start over here. At the pancakes house. International Pancakes. Jam up on syrup and butter and just and bacon. Don't forget the bacon. Load up good until you start to feel those palpitations. Come over here. Put your name in. You know how long of a wait there's going to be. Top off at Penny's. Right? Perfect. Okay, 3 times speed. Here we go. Next milestone. Where do we gotta get to? 900. Okay. And we got some money, so while we've got some money, I'm gonna build at least another industrial block. Can we get by with that? Oh, we can. Oh my goodness. That is tight. So we'll do 2 industrial blocks. We'll do a couple blocks of... Maybe we come down this way for some residential. I know we're doing very basic grid stuff today, but because this is just moving people in to unlock stuff. We gotta get over to the other side of the river to really get to the meat of the build. I was about to check power lines and connectivity, but it's budget. Let's do 75. It's way too much. We can be a little bit tighter with our budget. 68. Okay, we're good there. We're good on water. We don't have police and fire to worry about just yet, so please don't burn. Please. Nobody. We got another IHOP over here. People, they love their pancakes in this town. Holy cow. Can we get light a little bit off center? Like is the sun just always over there on that side? Like where the sun's never on this side of the pancake sign? Come on, really? That's the arc of the sun in the sky? You can't change, you can change that on PC. That's actually kind of too bad. I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't ever illuminate this side of Main Street. That's interesting. Okay. All right, well, can we get a brighter color correction then? Oh, that's beautiful right there. What do we think? I know I like warm. I don't know if I like warm on a boreal. It's not bad. It's a little easier to read. I don't know how it comes across in the stream. It's a little dark on my monitor. Okay. Cinematic camera for a second. No one told you to build Main Street in that direction. I should have built it the other way, apparently. I should have built it parallel to the highway. This is just about moving people. We're going to remodel a lot of this, to be honest. What am I doing? Cinematic camera is slow. This camera is still 3 times speed. We'll see how long it goes before I actually turn off the traffic lights here. We'll see if we can back up some traffic. That's a highway entrance. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's so beautiful. The crosswalk's right there at the entrance. What are we? 9? What is the milestone? 900? 900. Okay. We need more residents. Oh, I didn't do pipes yet. I was going to do pipes and then I forgot. Okay, don't move in too far away from everybody, please, people, okay? Please. Anybody want to live right next door to the school? Because we've got some real estate. There you go. Tiny houses. I can't wait to unlock some tiles and open up a bit. I wonder, like, do I go grab and fix and rebuild down here? We could turn this east to west street into our new kind of main street and kind of rezone down here when we're ready. So like structurally, it doesn't necessarily have to change that much. Why was I coming in here? I know I needed to go into budget because we're going to be in budget like every 5 minutes. 76. How's everybody's week? How's your Friday? Hopefully it is the start of your weekend. I know some people work weekends though, so hopefully you're having a good one either way. Okay, now we're complaining about water. Did I not run water down here? Didn't I just say that? That I needed to do that? Did we get... We'll just come over here to be safe. It's not like we won't need it eventually. Okay, there is that. I don't... Whoa, what channel are you watching, Con? You're watching 2 streams? Hey, 900 already. Okay, districts, policies, second loan. Fire, police. We've got some new departments and stuff with all the packs. Wow, holy cow. Okay, so let's think about that for a second. We got our second loan. We may as well get some money in the bank account. We're going to look at... We have high capacity, but we haven't unlocked high school yet. Okay. We do want to look at fire and... Okay, so hold on. How many fire trucks? Fire engine capacity, 6. Actually, what's the price? For 12,560. Okay. That is 4. That is 5. It's cheaper and less upkeep. Smaller footprint too. That has 10 patrol cars in that building. That's interesting. Okay. Do we skimp on fire coverage for now? I think that could be a good idea for a few reasons. 1, saving money. 2, entertainment. I'm sure it will be fine. You know what? Police and fire. There we go. We're saving money on both. We're gonna get by with the small ones for now. It should be okay. Let's see, what did we forget? We can buy a new area. We can start to define districts, which is nice for sketching out ideas. So... Oh, we have the first of our unique buildings. We can start to specialize, but we're going to use industry-specific stuff when we do. Buildings-wise, we are good. Let's... Where do we buy next? We could expand our suburban empire that way. I think we start... You know what? I'm going to expand the suburban empire because... We can probably cram another highway exit over here temporarily. Not a great one, but one that will work to offload the other half of this suburban hellscape that we're going to make over here. So, like, neighborhood 1. I wish this was a little bit easier with a controller. That's okay, though. And then we'll have like kind of off-grid neighborhood 2. Somewhere over here. Right? We can use the existing trees a little bit to maybe create some kind of a wedge park that comes through there. Ideally, you'd want like this road to come like through there, do something like that to the highway. So that becomes a nice way to deliver a lot of traffic through this zone. And then you have a highway exit over here that delivers into here or down this way, so you can split stuff off. And then I'm thinking like this is going to come across and maybe connect up to the other highway, possibly. And then this will be like a big IT cluster, or the skyscrapers DLC. Like the real tall cluster of stuff is going to be in these 2 pockets right by the river here. Giant, I was going to start painting districts up there, but giant res up there between the trains, the hills, and the highway. It's all planned out for us. It's relatively flat. By the time we get over there, they'll have hopefully plenty of money and a landscaping brush. We don't have that yet, right? No. What do we have for uniques? We've got this really cool clock that has a QR code that takes you to the page with the release information. That's handy. How expensive are these? 10,000 bucks? Not yet. We're not doing uniques yet. We're throwing it back on 3 times speed and trying to get to 1,400. Well, we've got money in the bank. We'll keep building our way down here. Let's see. Where do we come to at most here? That's going to be a lot. We can fill in some of this space after with a park. We'll knock down most of the houses to, again, rip a road east to west through here. So that's going to completely change our grid structure at some point. But for right now, we just want a good concentration over this way. Get everybody moved in, unlock as many milestones as possible. I should just let it, I'll probably just, if I remember, I should just let it go on 3 times speed and see how far we can get through milestones tonight, just in general. Okay, we're complaining about electricity. That's fine. Don't worry about that. It's not going to hurt them. It's 66 degrees out. It's not like they're going to freeze. Okay, you're gonna be okay. You'll be okay for an afternoon without your internets, kids. I see that, but meanwhile, I like melt down if I don't have internet. Like, I don't know what to do. My life is over. It's over. It's over, Johnny. I guess I have books. I don't know. Like, some people think like, oh, you could go outside, but you're just being ridiculous. Are you crazy? Okay. I was about to start building more resources. I don't want to do that. I want to go into economy. I want to go into budget. I want to increase to 85 and let's go 60 on the water. Let's see what that does for us. Because people are going to be moving in. I'm not adjusting the electricity in 2 minutes. Like, okay, we need more industrial, so we should fill in our space over here. Beautiful, beautiful. It looks so lovely over here. Very nice. Did I talk about my idea of a city where we never empty cemeteries or dumps and don't use any of the like crematories or recycling centers? And just see how long we can go before we run out of room, before it's all dumps and garbage and dead bodies, abandoned houses. Do we really need to get in on the electricity budget already? Stop. You're fine. You're fine. We're making more than you're using. Crank it to 11. AC and heat on with the windows open. We're good. We can do this now. Don't ask me in like 10 minutes when we're like on the edge of needing power and don't have enough money for a coal plant. Okay. All right. Be funny. Be funny, game. Let's see what 100% gets us to. It's going to get us a second coal plant is what it's going to do. Real soon. Okay. So do we do this already? I got to move the school to do it. I got to move the hospital to do it. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. We'd have to break the IHOP. No, we can't. This can't become a road yet. This is entirely too much investment. We're going to have to come down here for it. I'm sorry. This is the road that takes us through to the other area. Will it not align with that road? Is that... Oh, it wasn't quite 90, just a little bit extra. Why didn't you tell me that? Okay. This is a little weird here, I will admit. Do we have a buffer block? We'll have those houses on the ends. Let's do this. And then this becomes our next commercial strip where we can see some sun on both sides of the buildings, maybe? I don't know, let's not be ridiculous. Hold out judgment on that. Okay, double check on... Let's break these, because these are way too short now. $14. We'll come right back to that one. Letting it play on 3 times speed. We're going. We're moving. We're cruising. We don't even know what we unlocked. We don't care. Doesn't matter. We cause explosions. We don't even turn around and look at them. Oh, I guess I should have... Well, I don't want to connect all those roads. What am I doing? No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just do more commercial zoning than we need for a while. We'll come down here a bit. Or a lot. That's going to take forever to fill out, so we should be good for a bit. What's our water problem? Not actually coverage. We got to fix our water budget problem. Will that get both sides of the street? No, it won't. Okay. Well, we got a new pipe here now. It's crisscrossed. Don't mind that. If anyone's a stickler for water pipes, you're on the wrong channel. So nice you don't have to worry about these in 2. Unfortunately, these can be a bit of a... They can be a bit of a damper on your node count, the water pipes. Let me see. Okay, now, while we have money in the bank, let's get a second coal plant down. Because power is going to continue to be problematic for a bit. We'll take over this block. And we will raise our... excuse me, our water budget. Maybe 70? Water goes a lot slower. Good for a little bit. Okay. Quick milestone check. Does this pause time too? Dang it. Park areas, landscaping. We haven't looked at policies because I haven't turned on smoke detectors yet. Unique buildings. Schools out policy, so we have high school unlocked. We start to get some decorative roads and paths. Canals. Keys. Drop in a high school. And our first park, perhaps. A lot of assets unlocked. We start to do hotels. All the sports stuff. Unique buildings. Okay. So education-wise, we have a ability to do high school now. We'll drop the high school down here on the... Why are you moving in here? Okay, no. The high school's going there, so goodbye. Move in. Somebody else can move in. Can we get another... No, okay, we can't get another set of roads in here. Okay, so let's do another block through here. Do these all connect through, or are these connected to here? Okay. Cities what? No, this is remastered, and we're looking at a new 25 tile build. So we're going to be able to use this entire valley. This is River Run, one of the base maps. And eventually when we get to the last milestone, it will be 25 tiles. Right now, it is a bunch of jank because we are just like power rushing through as best we can on console, because it's all dependent on like how fast the game runs, which on console is not necessarily that fast, but that's okay. Okay, we'll stay in front of our water pipes. Actually, no, we won't. We're making an absolute mess of them already. This is great. See this little piece over here? You'd think like click connect from here, right? Nope. Connect from over here. And then put it at an angle. There we go. Beautiful. That's how you do it. Let's fill in here though, so we can just keep moving. Oh, that's just a little bit off. Just like the road. Okay, no, we'll fix that. I'm not gonna get purposely too terrible with it. Good enough. For redundancy, there we go. Water pipes always start off nice. Where do they end up, right? Not so nice. It's tempting to want to do good with them, but I also know the only time I'm going to see them is when I'm connecting new neighborhoods or troubleshooting a water issue. So like, whatever. Actually, do you see them when you're doing metro tunnels? Maybe not. We need more roads and zoning and time. Who couldn't use more time? Do. It's a good little hook here. Paradise Fair is pretty chill. Okay, we've got that. Let's check our water coverage. Definitely needing it. I just like stop measuring. I'm just like eyeing it. Like we could at least measure a little bit. It doesn't matter if they don't line up with the other neighborhood as much. As long as we're covering everything. Probably in too much redundant way, but that's okay. Okay, did we miss anything on the last milestone? I mean, there's a lot of stuff. So park areas, pedestrian areas, industrial areas. Lots of roads coming our way, or more roads coming our way. Can you do trees on the key walls in vanilla? Oh, a city key, not a regular key wall. I don't know if I knew you could do that. If you could put trees on them. That's wild. Budget wise, we're doing good. We're making money. We're doing all right. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. I mean, not a great start. It's a box. It's a big box. What do you want? We are needing more industry. Before you know it, we're gonna have office, and we can get rid of all this. And then they'll be like, "Where are our goods?" And we'll just bring them in on train. Tell them to shut up. Or you know what you do? Bring them in. Once you have Industries DLC, you can just create warehouses and bring in goods. You can like solve that problem literally with a warehouse, which is nice. Okay, we get more. We have such a buffer block here. It's kind of wild. We'll do that. So where did this actually come through? This only came through. Let's do that so those lots fill in a little better. This is a jam. This one doesn't feel like this should be on Paradise Radio, but this is a jam. This is a good one. We're complaining about water again. We're still budget-related problems there, I think. How over on electricity are we? I didn't even look. I'm being stupid. We're producing a lot more electricity than we need. We could have backed that back down. Let's just come down to 90 because it's going to be closer than we think sooner. So we got quite the drop-off there. How are we doing over here? This traffic light still just chugging along. Everything's fine. No big deal. Just the entire city. I mean, it's only 2,000 people, but like They basically got one intersection. If they want to do anything. Want to come into town? Go through this intersection. Want to leave town? Go through this intersection. Want to go to work? Guess what? Yeah, no, it's that one intersection. I just want to make sure, I had to zoom out to make sure I hadn't connected the road to the south yet. But nope. No, we have not. Totally fine. Here, we'll swing over here. We'll keep an eye out on Penny's an eye drop in the clinic. Which is in no way affiliated with the restaurant group that owns both of those breakfast places. No affiliation. So what's everybody building? I really enjoyed Town to City yesterday. That was a fun one. I'm excited to play more of that when that eventually drops. Okay, we need more industry. So how's the cringe? It's we love. I mean, we're making new cringe now. We looked at some old cringe. We're starting it on River Run. We're doing it in a very boxy manner because we're gonna blow most of this away. Maybe like some of the main. Maybe the main avenue becomes a sketch of where we want to go. I think it's going to be actually more up here in the middle. We'll have to do a lot of work around the coast. I didn't name any of these districts, but I started to paint out some ideas of what we could do. Okay, that is budget. Man, see, we're already going to need a third coal plant. Good thing we just got some money. Airport areas, still haven't touched it yet. We've got another area we can buy. Bus, taxi, walking towards trams. Yes. Very important policies. We've got new roads. Do all the Clover Mill unlocks? Okay, good. Those unlock. That's handy. Cemetery, you know what that means. Our first Sims that moved in are going to start dying. That very first house by the highway. It's going to be sad. We'll find spot for childcare and elder care and try and keep our population going. Let's see if we can do all those things. Do we have third loan yet, or that is not yet? We can pay $6,000 to borrow back some more to have a little money in the bank. Because we're gonna need. Are we gonna need a third power plant very soon? I'm just doing it. I'm doing it now so that I don't not have the money when we need it. Okay. So there is. Oh no! Did we put a fire? We already put a fire department down. We didn't put the smoke detector policy on though. There's number one. There's number one. Here we go. Hold on a second. It's Kung's Place. Historic. Fire shack. Okay, is water budget related, or we didn't run... I didn't run the pipes over here. Oh my god. It's so bad. We could redo all this. That's the beauty. If we had things like Move It, I would put it down carefully the first time. Floodland challenge, very tough. Is that the one where you like keep building up, like up north? It like floods the bottom of the map, and you keep moving to the top. I don't know what it is. Like I love the cozy chill of this game, and the scenarios are anything but that. Although I do kind of want to boot up the traffic one and see how quickly I can fix that now, versus how long it took me the first time I played it. If I have a better understanding. Nope, that was not the right distance. What the heck? So late, AC. You missed some cringe at Santa Rica. We loaded up, looked at some of the old stuff. Not too much. It's tough to look at without protective gear. And then we started in on River Run. Here we are, brand new map. We're only on the second tile. We're trying to speed through. It's very basic so far. You haven't missed too much. But glad you're here. Hope your week was well. Okay, just for redundancy, we made a mess of the pipes already. Like, that's what you missed. You missed me coming in with good intentions on the pipes up here at this part you see on screen. And then somewhere over here, it's just like they're connected. They have water. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Okay, we must be, I was going to say, we're either in budget territory or we're getting close to needing a second pump. Let's crank it up to 100. We've got, we must be making more electricity though now. Yeah, okay, so I gotta watch my electricity budget. We're just giving away money at that point. 85% maybe? These returns start to get worse and worse. So we'll keep an eye on that. We will need water and sewage relatively soon, but that's still a little ways out. Challenge scenarios, yeah. There was one tiny little fire also. One tiny little fire. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Was it on this block or was it on this block? It's right there. Oh, I see it. It's right here. Suspicious enough, AC. Look at the name of the place. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Okay, we've got worker problems, we've got water problems, we've got all sorts of stuff. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Let's do a quick. I took out that other loan. What am I? I'm not doing something. We got to buy areas. We could start looking at oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry. Well, where was I? Recreational use is on. Speaking of, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay. And we're and we're back. All right. Ooh, we unlocked a bunch of intersections. We got a bunch of stuff now. Okay, a lot of road options now. Oh yeah, I forgot. Cemetery, elder care, childcare. That's what we were gonna do. That's what we're doing right now. Cemetery, elder care, childcare. And if you've been here before, you may know my philosophy on this. So death care, well, you know what we should do first? We should do, because this affects an area of population, so let's put it here, because that covers almost everybody. We do the same thing with childcare. We'll put that right in the center so that it affects the birth rates of everybody in the residential area that we have so far. And then my philosophy on elder care is it extends life, but it's not indefinite. And when that happens, we can make a shorter trip if we put the cemetery right next door. Plus, the old folks appreciate the quiet, you know? They're always yelling at the kids to get off the lawn, and now they don't have to. Because the only kids on the lawn over here are dead. I'm sorry, that's dark. We don't need to go there. But we did. For what, our third milestone? Boomtown, busy town coming up. 5,500. Okay, we get the rest of the interchanges and decorative roads. When do we get zoning? After that is the big office zone. Man, there is so much stuff. Imagine me trying to do the tutorial now and like, check this out. Like episode 1, getting your start. Garbage, healthcare, education. Okay. Episode 5. Tourism, oil, policies, interchanges, decorative roads, more decorative roads, more decorative roads, hospitals, bigger power plants. I mean, at least those are revisiting mechanics, but like, look at all the buildings you're unlocking. It gets insane. Some of them are mass transit hubs, some of them are monuments, some of them are DLC. Trying to explain all this to somebody that's new. That's why I liked the Plainville approach that I took, which was like rolling back everything and nothing was there except the base game. That's the way to kick off a tutorial. Because everybody's always asking, oh, how come I don't see the recycling plant? You buy it, I'm sorry, you know? Okay. Ooh, 3 times speed, we're cranking along. 5,500. Okay. 5,500. So let's look at what we've got here so far. So we could come across the downtown that way. Should we start working on this? No! Stop. Okay, because we haven't got to use them officially yet, and because the fire trucks are really far away. Oh, they're not that far away. Never mind. They're close enough.
That's hot. That's hot.
Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Progressing is way less overwhelming. Yeah, go through the entire game with just base content and then add 1 DLC at a time, and think over your entire city with it. That's my only problem. I went too fast with it. Okay, let's do our first. I was gonna say let's do our first infrastructure project, but when do we get? Okay, hold on a second. We got to look at this. When do we get solar updraft tower? Is that at the 8,000? That's office zoning, right? There's so much stuff on my screen, I can't handle it. Is solar updraft after that? Where are the power options? Stop. Is solar updraft really late, or do we unlock it already and I didn't notice? We didn't unlock it already, did we? It'll tell me on there, won't it? 8,000. Okay, we're not that far off. We might have to get a couple more coal plants. Are we at 100%? We're at 100% right now. We're still 50% on roads. Do we increase our road budget? Does it matter? Does anyone know if road budget has any effect, especially if our single intersection with a traffic light is still working? I wasn't expecting this thing to hold up so long, but it's doing great, so. Okay, we're running out of zoning though. We're gonna have to hook into that highway at some point, so that could be infrastructure project number 1. We can't, oh, wait. Can we hook up in it? Yeah, we can. Never mind. Okay, so now when we unlock high density zoning, we can start to pack in our residential area up here and work on the next thing. You know what though? We got to look at how, not great. It's not what I was hoping for. I'd really like to relay all this highway. We don't have this kind of money yet. I mean, it's not terrible by any means, but I mean, I guess we can deal with it. Because if anything, right, like, I don't know, do we I want to fix this highway. I want to fix this highway so bad. And do we just hook into it ugly for now and save up a bunch of money. Like that's the thing. Like I want to move the big pocket of people in over here. They're gonna live this side of the highway, this side of the train tracks, and this side of that hill over there. See how the mountain starts to come up where the next tile would end? We got to fix some highway lump. We got to do some of that stuff. But I'd like to move all the people in here. And I'm wondering if that is flat enough. I got a great sunken highway trick I want to use. Imperator had a video like 2 years back. I think it was right before Cities 2 came out. And it was using the canal and water pumps and sewage pumps to create like water wherever you want it and do a sunken highway with the key walls. Anyways, okay, sorry. Distraction, that happens around here. We were going to start an infrastructure project, but we got to make room for people to move in first. So let's bring this up here. Okay. We'll delete the excess there in a minute. Hold on a second. So we'll come down here. Oh, we got 2 roads that run up against that in this grid. We'll just delete that for now. And I'm sorry this is so repetitive. Are we connecting these through? We are connecting these through. I got to stop doing this. Because we don't need those 2 side streets there. That's overkill. Hopefully that is enough residential to get us to what, 5,500? So there. And there. Sunken Highway would be sick. AC, remind me to show you a sunken highway that I can't share on stream. It's on the Discord sometime. Because we can do them with the Perder's trick, but there's an old trick that we can't use anymore that I haven't shown off, and I can't technically. That's all I will say. Okay, this intersection is holding up, honestly, surprise. Okay, maybe not. I was gonna say it's holding up surprisingly well, and then I looked at all the traffic trapped in the industrial area. Let's help that spread out, because we've got industrial demand and we don't have office just yet. We'll come through, we'll split the block here. We will zone all of this out. And reconsider for the second time infrastructure project. We gotta look at water coverage. It's constant micromanagement. That's covered. That's all covered. We're good for a hot minute. Okay, we got zoning. Nobody's complaining. Let's look real quick with the landscaping tool. How far off level are these? So if we come down here, let's do this. Okay. So what if we come about there? That is the largest brush that we can do. We'll smooth out this slope a little bit first. Okay, that was bad at the end. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so that's a little bit nicer. We can round off the edges over here. If we grab this height, let's see, hold on. That's still very high, but that's okay. So that's going to be a very expensive project if we bring everything down to there. I already regret wasting the money on that, so Oh man, in an ideal world, we'd have unlimited landscaping. But that is a serious slope that we need to contend with. And I kind of like, I want to bring the sea level up is what I want to do. That maybe that's endgame. Maybe that's when we have 16 million in the bank and I can just absolutely rip out an entire district and start over. Budget or power plant time? Power plant time. Budget is full. Okay, it's power plant time and water time apparently. What do we end up needing? Is it 5 or 6 coal power plants? I forget. We could also try and go over budget to try and stretch them a little bit longer. But I don't know. Oh, no, it's a bad pipe. That's a bad pipe. And then we need sewage treatment as well. Why is the water green? Did I change the color? Could you change the color in remastered? Graphics, radioactive green. Yeah. Okay, I forgot about that. Can we slow down on the industrial zoning, please? Especially with this intersection. They already maxed all that out. Okay, we'll come down one more grid over here. Hopefully that gets us to office space. All right. You can change the color in remastered. Yes, did you not know that? That is one of the hidden options. So you can have the default, so brown and pollution, right? You can have green, muddy, silty, brown, rust, orange, sunshine, yellow, teal, toxic spill. I don't know. I don't remember that one. I mean, we could run it for a second just to see. What does toxic spill look like? Oh, is that even greener? Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Oh, look at that. It's like an oil slick just heading out to sea. Oh, man. What have they been eating? What have they been eating in this town? Holy cow. The other thing is, if you'll notice, like the grass, it's like hazy over here, right? But notice the grass is not like completely beat to death. And that is options grass pollution color. So see the grass pollution now, in addition to the haze that's over here? Versus, whoops, that's default, versus no color. Where, yeah, you still see like the haze of it, but it doesn't really, like, it didn't show as much. Man, I haven't had a city without the monument, the Eden Project, in a while. That is dirty. Very dirty. Oh, man. It'd be great if it came out that color, but it's the pollution itself. And I guess this isn't polluted, but the water near the base of it is. Whatever. Okay, do we really need that much residential already? Hey, everybody, guess what? You're getting new neighbors. Lots and lots and lots of neighbors. This should all be watered too, which is nice. So we're maintaining a healthy balance, which is good. Bank balance, of course, not work life. Just throw that one square down. Don't mind that. There's a reason that you want to do that. I'll tell you that in a second. There we go. Healthcare death care, or elder care, child care, death care. Do we get everything? I went looking way ahead. I went peeking way forward. Do we get everything here? We turn on recreational use. We didn't really look at the roads that much. Tolls, I'm not going to worry about yet. We should consider parks soon enough though. Especially since we need to level everything up again. Good enough. And then we're about to unlock. Anything exciting? Policies. Roads, okay. Okay, so we unlocked the oil power plant, which maybe we do one of to skip us. I don't think we need that to get to 8,000 though. I think we see one more coal. Just throw in a skate park. I don't think we've done any parks or decoration or anything like that. So nothing too exciting at that level. Okay, so let me let her rip. I should just keep building. Well, I want to do infrastructure projects, but we need more. We need more suburban sprawl because it's weird that they made this part. They made this part even worse in CS2, where it's like the only good way to answer the demand, like until you dig into the game systems and understand it, which they don't do a great job at telling you, you could just be fooled into thinking like, oh, that they want more low density. They want more low density. They want more low density. Like it's all they want if you keep fulfilling it for them. Spurbius demanding, yeah. So we'll get a little more adventurous when we figure out like, where does this come off the highway? How do we wedge a park in between? Right, I don't think I was too excited about anything in here. I will take a second scan through. There are very useful policies like Old Town. If you wanted to condemn an old industrial area, you could do no rebuilding and leave abandoned buildings. That could be fun. Lots of roads. That's great. I don't know if we've settled on a city center over on this side, but we've got bigger service buildings we can drop in. Let's find a spot for the skate park. What is that under? Okay. It's under the umbrella. We've definitely got transit options we could start thinking ahead for. You know, like maybe I start planning where to put a hub in. Maybe that would be a good thing for the wedge between the suburban areas. Maybe it's enough room for, you know, even its own highway exit there. If we reconfigure things a little bit smarter, definitely get an upgrade over here. Wow. Just that's a doozy. Okay. I do want to think about building across, but the building across is going to get so expensive. I can see it. And I've got to do one of two things to make it work. Make a really high build that I'm not going to like because it's going to have this massive wall next to the water. Or we drop everything down, but that's going to include... I mean, we could slope it a little bit more, I guess. I could find some ways to build up some varied slopes. You know what? That's what we could do. We could kind of... So we'll build a key wall. We'll build a key wall down here. We'll flatten a little bit of an area. And then we'll do another key wall up here. We'll introduce some water and a ledge and like we'll tier it. So there will be a road in the middle that kind of goes up through the hill, but there'll be like a flat neighborhood on either side of that road through the water. So we could bring it across at this height basically and hook into that highway potentially, at least temporarily, to have more options around here. So let's think about how we do this. We've only got regular roads to do it. We want to come into lowest elevation step. That is wonky, but it will have to do. Okay, let's grab this height. Yeah, that's a crazy hill. That is very steep. But if we do the whole thing like that, I think we can make it work. Maybe we slant the whole slope like that. And again, we could do a couple tiers and kind of meet in the middle. But for the time being, we'll carry this across the waterway. It should let us. Okay, so since we're going up the hill anyways, we start up here rather than coming down to the river. So let's come out 12. Do we come up 3? Because it's... I think so. So that's up 3 again. Let's see. Come on, connect. You know what node I want to connect to. Be stupid, game. Okay, so did we bring it? How do we, there's, I think there's a way to not get the bridge pieces on here if we upgrade it. No, it puts the bridge pieces back. I think there's a way to get rid of those because I don't think I want it there. Is it because I put it in the water? Let's see if we can come across here. So whenever it becomes a third bridge piece, I want to back up 1. Okay, right there. Let's see what that looks like. So it's a big downhill from our single intersection. But I think it levels out nicely. And then what do we do coming down? We did... What is that? How much is that? That's 64 meters, 1,300. Down 2. Well, that just makes it look a little crooked because the other side is so off. But I think that works. I think that's good enough for now, for early stages. We just need a highway exit. And we're good. I'm kidding. We gotta turn the stoplights off. Okay, now we're good. Okay. So we'll be back to fix that later. Okay, everybody. Okay, stop it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Why? Thank you for the Elmo's AC. I appreciate that. Subscribe. Become a member for as little as 99 cents for your own Elmo emotes. Those are good too, Coke. They both make the buildings crispy. I think I was saying, I don't know who was here. Was it last night when I was saying it? But I tuned into Eggs. Maybe it was earlier today. I tuned into Eggs 5-year stream. His map, he's doing landscaping and it's flooding all over the place. Not a single fire the entire stream. The system is rigged against me. I'll get a tinfoil hat if I have to. Oh, that's a good point. Kong mentioned it earlier. AC mentioned it. We need to keep at least one factory over here. And I think it's going to be this one. This is the granddaddy right here. Ready to win. And they make clothes. Perfect. Historical building. I'm totally going to forget and delete this thing. There we go. Ice Cube Factory in all its glory. Overlooking the great starting area of River Run. Let's see if we can get a good time of day. Where's the sun? Where's the sunset? Well, that's not where I want the sunset. I'd like to change the sunset angles, please. He's a beaut. Thanks. Isn't it nice? Isn't it wonderful? Look at that. It's the golden hour. Look at her colors. The yellows and the blues. And the toxic green. The Ice Cube Factory is responsible for most of this, by the way. Ooh, it glows at night. That's nice. Got a little sheen to it. Okay, I know we're supposed to be 3 times speeding, but let's see 1 time speed. Let's see what she looks like. It's just a small residential. It's a gridded residential area. It shouldn't look that cool, but I will say this: having played Cities 2 earlier today, I appreciate that the detail of the new assets, like they look better as assets. But I think if you're building a big city, actually, I think Cities 2 is okay. If you're building residential, it's so twisted on what residential lots look like. And they kind of had an idea, like, I mean, there's repetition and there's weird things in these plot sizes sometimes, but they look like houses in real life to some extent. Like, even though the scale is off and all sorts of things are weird. That's what houses look like in Cities 2, like the same building after the same building, and like, yeah, this one's green, that one's red, but they're the exact same shape and they have like 3 different props, and it's just so repetitive in the weirdest of ways. I'll load it up sometime. We'll talk about it sometime soon, because I do have it installed and all the region packs, and I couldn't get to 1,000 pop without getting bored and quitting, so that might make for a fun stream. Okay, back to daytime, back to 3 times speed. Get your sunglasses. Okay. Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, come on. Not everything at once. Did we back down budget? We didn't. We need another coal power plant over here. Do we oil? What do we got for money? 230,000? Do I just put in a temporary oil power plant, knowing that it will get us? We only need 1,000 people, right? Whatever. It's fine. Got the Ice Cube Factory. We can build that into the solar updraft tower facilities. One thing at a time, River Run. Exactly. Are we on the edge of the water grid over here? We are. Sorry, we forgot about you, you thirsty souls. Oh, I just realized that's going to be annoying because I have 2 separate grids going, so I should just overlap those probably instead of continuing this nonsense. Oh, we need more garbage service. They're complaining about all kinds of stuff now. Well, I hope some of you want to work at the dump, because if you want the garbage picked up, we need truck drivers. Okay, how is our intersection doing for real now? I gotta figure out something other than the space elevator. I think I posted in Egg's Discord. I think I posted mine as well. Talking about on the stream, the foot traffic from the space elevator to the airport is amazing. So putting a park there would be great, but I hate the space elevator looks and the line to the sky. It's ridiculous. So I got to figure out what of the monuments is best to draw in foot traffic and build a little airport off the side of the map that like people never come into the city. They just fly in, walk through a $40 park, see the thing, and then walk through a $40 park and fly home. So it's the perfect relationship with my Sims. Never technically have to see them. How's this intersection doing? It's doing great. This is good. It's handling it just fine. It's not incredibly safe. Jeez. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's really not safe. Can you imagine if this game had car accidents and you set up intersections like this? Just jamming on the brakes on the highway, because that right lane isn't an exit lane. You could still go straight if you want. Oh, you could turn left on the highway also. Dead stop. And nobody likes to use the middle lane, you know that. So it's like there's just an accident waiting to happen on either side. Is this person turning? Is that why they're in that lane? Nope. They're gonna drive straight or turn. They're just not gonna drive straight in that straight lane, right? Never a person drive. Oh, wait, no, he lane changed. Is anyone driving straight? 1, 2. It's a very small percentage. It's actually fascinating to look at the AI. I saw something that somebody did. There's like dummy traffic. So you can like build on the edge of the map. You can build like a little loop. Some traffic's just designed to come through your map. It's not going anywhere in your map, and it's looking for the nearest exit off the map. So sometimes that's driving all the way across the map to the next connection, or you can build a little loop-to-loop and let them get off the highway and get right back on, and a bunch of that traffic never hits your system. That's pretty cool. I just learned that. I just learned that this week. I didn't know about that. But then again, 9 tiles, we're working. You can't really do a lot of work on the edge of the map to fix that stuff. Not an option. Not an option. Oh, slow him down. Change the downgrade the. Wow. Did I say wow? That is nasty. That's too. Seriously, what are they eating? What is the problem here? We don't have enough goods? Are we having trouble getting stuff in? Don't abandon on me. Oh, please don't abandon on me. Not enough buyers for products because we don't. How do we have that much industrial demand, but no buyers for products? Like I don't have that much commercial demand that's going to fix that, do I? All the way down. I hear. All the way over here, please. Holy neon green is right. That is crazy over there. That is filthy. It just glows better, right? Like what did I have it on before? I had it on radioactive. Oh yeah, and I thought that was great. I thought it was like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's glowing green. But no, like that's glowing green. What does pink look like? That's weird. That's a lawsuit. Like, I'm sure there's laws protecting companies from dumping toxic waste into water. Like, literally, there are certain amounts you can hit, and also some people just don't care. But let's not get excessive. Like, what? Okay, we have to be very careful here. We're going to the disasters tab. We're carefully selecting collapse. reminds me to save the game. And then back to our garbage tab to throw in another dump again. Do I have those coming? Okay, I have those coming on separate roads to alleviate some of the traffic. Why would you go around the block that way? I guess unless you're picking up the garbage here, that would make sense. If we're running into police coverage problems, it looks like the next block is going to be a cross block for us. So let's come down one. Have we already been through this playlist? I feel like I commented on this track last time that this is it's a little funk jammer. Did I mention that on the last city we were on? Let's change it up. 80s downtown beat. Let's see how it does. Okay, so that was, I think, 12 blocks out. So now we can come through here with a 4-lane. We got a square of space. We could put a pedestrian path through there or something. Or we could do like a, you know what we could do? Do we have fences? Suburban fence right up the middle. And we'll separate out. We'll do a little buffer for... Oh, no. Ugh. Come on. Okay. Here. There. We'll have commercial on one side of the fence and residential on the other. They get a little bit of privacy, but not much. But since we're running into police coverage problems over here, I think we need to do introduce a new service block. And we can revamp all this after the fact. We're almost at 8,000, right? So we just need a couple. Maybe this is the last street. Who knows? Let's see. Can we get the last 200 plus people in here? I certainly hope so. I guess, you know what? No, I'm not gonna put them back to back. Never mind. But we could do down here probably. And that should all be covered by water still? I hope. It sure is. Yeah, we get to start thinking about across the river here. We don't have the... Maybe we have the money to start landscaping. I need to... We gotta do some keys. We may need to get a little creative with it. And maybe that's what... Maybe that's what the stream is the setup of the big residential area. Or technically the big office, park, and skyscraper area. The residential area is going to be back over that way. We'll revamp the interchange at some point. And this atrocious train network. Oh, does this one have a triangle? Sure does. We'll fix that too. Wait, was there an orange? I'm okay with orange toxic, with orange spill. I mean, it's appropriate. It's very on brand. We could leave that for a little bit. Okay, I did say that over here we were running out of we need more coverage. So what do we need more of? Oh, we're probably, you know what? We're probably down in elementary school. Oh my God, you poor kids. Okay, did we ever put the high school in? It's already at availability. You know what? Hold on a second. We will formalize these into a campus later. But for the time being, let's get our school coverage sorted. That should be good for now, right? We're in the green there. We're way in the green there. Okay. So we're about to unlock university in a second as well. Healthcare's got to be hurting over here, right? Oh, man, fires. Okay, I'm going to put a little clinic on the corner. We're going to do 2 more of the small buildings for now, just for coverage. Okay, we'll be right back to that. I'm going to put them on the side street for now. Okay, that's police and fire coverage over here. We did extra... I'm sorry, we did extra clinic. When we have more money, we'll think about some of the bonus buildings and stuff. We just unlocked university. We have enough for it, and we want to populate offices. So we'll do a campus later. For now, we're going to throw kind of a central to our residential area campus for the university. I think I'm going to build an exit soon off of here so we can build another grid and fold it into there. We may as well at least start to get some sort of idea of how that comes together. But also, while we're making money, we could let a little build up and get at least our first office part going. Like maybe we mix a little bit of office in with the residential on that side. That might be okay before we do our expensive project. But then again, I mean, we could start looking at this. We could start looking at this. Let's do this. Let's come down here. We're going to grab that height. And I'm going to come down to about where the highway is and make a shelf right here and see what we can do for zoning on it and plop a key wall down and see what it looks like. So I'm going to actually come out because I don't want to be in too tight. I just want an angle that I can do that on. So let's actually try and bring this back out. Okay, so key wall. Where are those? Over here? Water? So what are these? You can do trees on them now? And space for pedestrians to walk? I've never used these. That's wild. Okay, so hold on. Okay, let's try that. I wonder, can we change the trees on these? God, I hope so. Can I go under? I can go straight under the bridge. That's great. Okay. Okay, that could work. That could work. Okay, so first test, please. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. Oh my God, you can. Oh my God. Chirper. There we go. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. These are pedestrian paths? These are shove somebody into the abyss paths. Into the Orange River. You can enjoy this swim for like the first quarter mile, and then it becomes extremely deadly. So yeah, almost any network with trees, you can select the tree that you want and replace that tree on the network. So roads, footpaths, and the key walls. I highly recommend using the redwoods because although they are obnoxiously large, when you free plant them, you get like little baby redwoods. They're kind of cute. They are like the largest of the trees you can plant in the roads. Oh man, I like unpaused it as I started stepping back, and I got wicked. I had vertigo problems and had to learn how to rebalance, and right there it came back hard for a second. My brain just got tricked by that movement. Okay, so do you kind of see what I'm seeing there, right? We'll build a little key wall and a flat. Small things. This is Blink 182 chord percussion. Maybe roses by the stairs, right? No, she cares. It's Blink-182 chord progression. Sorry, that's distracting. Probably so is my bad singing. Okay. So if we come out there, is it going to do a stupid ground snap, or is it going to bring the ground up? It's going to bring the ground up. Okay, good. Okay, so I don't think we can go any closer. So one snap out. We'll bring a road all the way down here. Where can we go? Can we come under it, please? Yes, okay. Perfect. Okay. So I don't know, like the thing about this key wall that is the problem is like, am I going to make footpaths to come out to that footpath, or I could just make it a regular key wall? Can we upgrade it after the fact? Because although that is cool, it's not quick, because I want to put the trees in between. I want to fill in that grass space now. What do I want to do? Can I upgrade to that? You can, okay. So just to give you an idea, we'll do a rough approximation. I went by the pink tree. Where's the pink tree? Over here? Come on now. I don't have a good angle here. Right there? No, that's not a good angle. Okay. Rough idea. Bad version. Rough sketch time. We're very much in rough sketch mode for the first couple streams on this one. So something like that, and then we can come over here and have office zoning. And we can do a couple tricks here to trick your eye. So there's going to be a lot of height difference happening here. So we can have like and I'm not going to worry about it now. I'm going to let everything zone up all the way. That's totally fine. But what we could have is like on this tier, what's the height restriction? High-rise band. So like office level 3. So they'll be pretty tall, but not the tallest. And then behind that, on a slightly taller piece of ground, we have the level 4s. And then behind that, slightly further up the hill, you have the IT towers. So the height difference between them is even going to be that much more dramatic. I think we could do that. Either way, even if you had all the same like fully upgraded office buildings on that kind of a tiered approach, I think it would work. Okay, wait. Before they move in, though. Hold on a second here. We need to make our second. Because do we do one? Hold on a second. Let me figure this out. Because the other thing is like, how do we get back up here? We're gonna want like a roadway carrying up. And maybe it's kind of in the middle of this thing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes in. 1, 2, 3. So right about here is somewhere in the middle. Let's just come up there for a minute, just so that we've got it marked out a bit. So that could connect to a road that comes through, and this is just very temporary sketch, like through here. That becomes like the main avenue, kind of splitting this side of the highway and the river in half. And we can feed traffic and neighborhoods off of both of those. But let's see here. Do we have one tier and then the next tier? I think I'm going to try that. I'm at least going to try that right here. So back over to our tools. We'll make it pretty again. AC. Or maybe we do incorporate that. We'll find out. I'd like to get the road closer, and I have to not snap for that. This is all subject to change and to improvement down the road anyways. Fix it later is very much a philosophy around here. You know that. Okay, terrain. Let's see here. So where are we? We want to come to about there, maybe? That's too much. Okay, we want to come to like there. Maybe something like that. So let's see. We'll come back down here with the smallest brush. We want to grab that size and basically flatten out by the road here. And I want to come in just behind that zone right there. I think I can make that work. So let me show you now what I'm thinking. Is that sharp enough? Let's see. Can we make this sharp? We can. Okay, hold on. Okay. Smooth that out just a little bit. We're gonna need to make a little bit of a mess over here for a minute. Hold on a second. So if I put this, which way does this pour out? Here? Okay. I think we can do this. Hold on a second. Let me see. How much money do we have? 2, 3, 4. Hopefully this fills up the spot with water and I don't have to bother with the canal. But we'll see. I think I gotta hook this into the water. Okay, play times 3. Let's get our key wall ready. Which is where that's really obnoxious with the orange. I forgot about that. So it's not recognizing that as shoreline. That's unfortunate. Is it at all ever? Okay. I bet if we had it a little bit deeper there and then we brought it back up after. So hold on a second. So if we come back into here, we're going to bring the terrain down. Okay. And then we'll level from there. Because that should become shoreline. Right? That's shoreline now. I was already on landscaping. Over here, this tab. And we want to snap just behind the zoning. No? Okay, I got to do it with the trenches, the canals. Remove the road, then replace once the key is up. Let's try. Because the road would be easy enough to snap to. No, so it does not think that is shoreline. Oh, it thought that was for a minute. Am I like too far? I'm gonna have to look at this. I'm not gonna waste your time flooding my office space with sewage. I do. Maybe I should do it the way that I know it works. Okay, hold on a second. I think we can get this to work. So let's put the road back. Okay. Can we just slope this down and create a shore in the process? Is that going to screw up? That's going to screw up my key wall. So let's do it. Let's do it this way. Landscaping, canal. Let's delete that. Yikes, that is some crooked stuff, huh? No, stop moving back in. Slow down, buddy. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. I will say, remastered and terrain has glitches that OG and base and Cities PC do not have. So if they ever go out of business, I'll tell you a story sometime. Let me see. So let's flatten based on this. We'll come through here again. We gotta rethink all of this. I'm gonna raise that back up after. We want this to be as straight as possible. That should be good. And then how close can we snap in this canal? Right there. Okay. So we want to let's fill this thing up with water. Game is paused. Okay. Pipes. We had pipes already. A little bit of pain to snap to the existing ones though. Now that we've got the wall moved. Okay, so let this play. We'll let that fill up. You don't need power. That's okay. You should still work. Okay, there they go. They're working. They don't need power. The office buildings do. That's totally. We'll get to that in a minute. I mean, I guess I can get to that now and have them stop moving out. They also don't have water. That's fun. Can we can't put power down anywhere because does that touch? Almost looks like it does. It does. Okay. Technically it does. Now we got to be very careful here. We do not want to connect if we use okay, so here's what we can do. Okay, we can delete these now. We've got water here now. We can also delete this and then come back in with our landscaping tool. That's actually not too bad. So if the water should still exist here. It should. Oh, it was going to let me do it there for a minute. I'm going to put this node down. Because it let me. Oh, what is the deal here? It was going to let me do it. Okay, well, that didn't last long. Oh, it was for like half a second. It was going to let me. Okay, well, we could do something like that. It's going to take a lot of messing around. I'm not talking to you, Google. I am not talking to you, Google. Stop. Are you serious? Hey, Google, stop. No, stop. Gemini, shut up. Jesus. So, like, in theory, that's how you would do it. That is how you would do it. It honestly, like, I realize now that stuff like that is going to be so freaking frustrating and remastered. So I don't know why I'm trying to do that on the first stream. We need to get into water pipes to delete those. No, water pipes, delete. Okay. Kind of want to leave that key wall there just for now. As a reminder of something that's something I want to do. It's fine. Look, we got rid of those icons with one pipe. Next, you're going to tell me the kids over at the high school are complaining. Oh, you know what? They're not. because they're over here. But they're not. They're busy. They're working. You know why? They're not creative arts. We know about the creative arts people, right, Adia? It's no big deal. It's totally fine. Okay, where are we at? We are needing, so we got our first offices moving in. They're not well supported. We're going to come over here across the highway and let's connect our beautiful highway interchange into our next region. $6,000 on that road. It's a beauty. But now we start thinking about like, where do we have a highway exit and which way? So like this is a great spot for a highway exit for this town. This right here, if we don't interchange it, which I don't think we need to, because we'll technically have an interchange and beltway running around the city already. You know what I mean? Like we don't need to connect these two. They connect on either side. You can connect through. You can go to the highway to get to the right spot. We can restrict some of that traffic. So I think there's better ways that we can set that up. I think this is going to be very interesting, though, to do a couple layers deep of this. At least this first tier for sure. And then maybe one more tier back here and then flatten it for the main strip up that way. Like we'll have two little recessed office parks, if you will, a half street and then a full street here. And then we'll come back up to our main street and have like high density commercial up here, maybe occasional skyscraper, something like that. I'm seeing it. I don't know if you're seeing it, but okay. Did we get when is the solar updraft tower? Is that the next one? I never came in here and looked, right? We got campuses now. We got an extra area, metro, wall to wall, IT cluster. All kinds of policies. High density zoning. So I think we start answering all zoning with office and high density and start building out at least residential and office demands maybe over here. So this might make sense to connect through to the highway up there. There's not an exit or interchange right there. Like I think that would be a good spot for one. Also, how close are we to the edge of the map? We got a whole tile up that way. So if we had a highway exit right here, we could have like one little pocket of civilization, like a farm or something. Well, not a farm, a tree business out there. Like our factories out there in that little clearing way out in the woods. Maybe a nature reserve too. I don't know, but factories are quite possible. That river. Oh my God. It's so bad. It's so bad. Okay. Icons are not doing too bad. We're doing all right here. Let's see if we can get an entirely different thing started over here. So what do we want to do? How do we want to pad this? I think we're going to sync this highway and probably make the lanes closer together in the process, honestly. So I don't think it matters that much where we build off of from this road, because the highway is going to be closer together and sunken. And so we basically just need to decide, like, where do we frame? We could use the existing node. But do we come into the center of the area? Probably. Somewhere around here. Let's see what this looks like. We'll come out 10 units. I'm okay with that. And we come this way. We overpass the highway and then bend into something that's coming off of like the middle of that corner this way. You see what I'm saying? And then we have a neighborhood that kind of folds this way. We have something that folds that way. We're getting into tree territory, and that can be the edge of our zoning. Maybe we have like the baseball parks and stadiums over here. We could have some farming over there. We got to find a spot for the campus. There's a lot we're gonna do. How are we going to get through it tonight? Well, we gotta keep going. We gotta keep grinding. How many fires? Not too bad, but literally as you say that, you got a fresh one. So good timing. There haven't been any like ragers, but we haven't filled the map with trees yet. We're doing all right. I mean, we're 8,000. That's not bad. We messed around at the beginning of the stream and got in. I'm already up to 8,000. We're doing good. We're doing good. So if the highway interchanges are very much temporary. Don't worry about this. It's fine. Oh, did I create another light when we added that road? I did, didn't I? Stoplight in the middle of the highway. So this becomes the framework for our residential. We could even think about messing around with some pedestrian walkways over here. If this is going to become a sunken highway that's a little bit closer, we could look at having another road through here. With office buildings looking directly over the highway, over the sunken highway along the quay wall. I think we can make that work. I'm going to try and make it work. We'll see. 1 a.m. It was 2 and 2:30. A 4.5 hour stream and a 5.5 hour stream. 10 hours in 2 days. 2 hours plus of loading screens, Kung. That was painful. I'm glad we figured out we could get some web games in between. Okay, so I don't know. We won't keep these connections. So don't worry about the traffic for now. This is entirely about framing these ideas off. We're not going to have this many 4-lane intersections connecting along this route. So do we provide a little buffer block, or do we not care as much with high density residential? Before we do this, hold on. Regular commercial, totally fine. We're gonna do a block of commercial there, but we're gonna spruce in some. Was that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, I gotta dezone them before I rezone them. I want to throw some office buildings in here or there, just to throw things off a little bit height wise. I'll see where buildings move, and I'll replace one of the central lots kind of off-sided. And then we'll do a full side of office block over here. But I think we should let's think about height-wise. We want the height to drop off. I could mess with it later, but I kind of want to see the Green Cities towers over here. I really do like those, but we'll have to use them just sparingly enough. But we'll use them in this block right here for now as kind of an idea starter. So where would that be? That would be under residential. Self-sufficient buildings. Okay, we get self-sufficient buildings. Let's stamp out a bunch of high-density residential. Like I said, we'll keep the office tool out and zone out some of that. We got to bring water over here. And let's see, we might have to put services over here for them to even consider moving over this way. How are we doing budget-wise? Can we afford redundant education over this way? I mean, we should. So here is an elementary. Here's the high school right next to it. And they can travel if they want to go to college. That's not my problem. You're an adult. Figure out how to get across the river. There's a road right over there. Okay, let's work off of this grid space at least. Fire zone to contain the fires. Just a neighborhood that has no fire support to try and keep the engine appeased. Like there's great fire over there. I'll go light that stuff on fire. Okay, I didn't hook those water pipes up to anything. So I mean, I guess we could come straight down this road, huh? Since it does kind of connect nicely. We'll be able to come under this bridge, which will be nice too. AC, you can probably convince me to switch back the key walls and put the road closer, but I didn't want a spare square of zoning in between there. But we can definitely switch that back. Oh, this is not connected over here. This is just a road that's on a strip by itself. Let's get this temporarily connected with these guide roads. These are just here kind of pointing out like kind of like a line I wanted to build through here. Can we not stop to that node? If I start at the node, can we do that? Thank you. Okay, so now that's technically hooked in. They don't have electricity over here. Should cry babies. Okay. They have electricity though, so I guess we just bring it up the hill. Really? Right? Okay, fine. Okay, well that's nice. There's businesses and offices and all kinds of stuff moving in. Let's get one more office over here before I forget. At least one more office. 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And does that leave a very small commercial building there? That's fine. Whatever. We'll mix it and match it later. Did we not bring water down to the second block? Nope. We'll take that down to the train tracks for now. And I may as well fill this square in so that we can just keep moving people in and not worry about it. But this is kind of where things, I think, start to take shape a little bit more. So that will be a big residential area there. So we'll probably be able to keep a lot of these buildings. We'll sink the highway and put key walls on either side and decorate it nicely. We'll update that interchange. I think we'll do kind of a tiered approach here, at least a couple tiers of some office buildings down by the waterfront. And then we've got to, start thinking, I haven't entirely figured out, like, where does a big campus go? Where do the sporting arenas go? What do we want to put in this map? I think a little bit of everything, private hotel island out there, probably. Maybe a theme park, who knows? Set something on fire intentionally. I mean, they grow back, right? Do you want to see what the trees do? With no helicopter coverage? Where are we at demand-wise? Lots of industrial demand. So, I really should rethink this road coming through shouldn't support the housing directly. Let's do that. So, like, do we not have people living like on this last bit here? Do we intersperse offices onto those blocks, or is that's crazy? That's crazy. We'll come this way with the offices. We'll have some office parks. We need to create some like plazas and parks to actually separate some of the areas and ideas rather than mixing them on a block like that. That's too much. Okay, we'll let that fill out for a minute. We're probably going to have some problems with the very busy through there, huh? Okay, let's delete this little side street. That doesn't need to be there. Let's double check. We don't need stoplights everywhere because they don't help. Speaking of, how is our original intersection doing? Is it still hanging? This is the original entrance and exit to the highway. It's so slop. It's going to be replaced. It's got a traffic light. I put a 4-lane road down, connected it, put all our residential on one side, industrial on the other. Okay. All right.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
There you go. Bask by the warmth. Put your hands near the screen. Feel the pixels. I could probably brand some merch around it, honestly, Phoenix. It's such a thing around here. I'm surprised I don't have. I got one of my old mouse shirts on. I'm surprised I don't have like this thing on flames, honestly. I should. Get out of here, Will Smith. No, we don't need you. No. Get out of here. Leave the Ice Cube Factories alone game? Yeah, right? So far, so good. Okay. Where are we at on getting rid of these awful coal plants? We're pretty close. Trains, monorails, cable cars. Remind me to set up a cable car to move at least some people across the river. Maybe the campus could have an east and a west on the river, and we could have cable cars connecting the two campuses. Huh? That'll be okay until there's a game day, and then the thing breaks. Speaking of, I don't know, means of conveyance breaking, did anybody catch the Titan documentary on Netflix? It's really good. I don't know if it's just me that's fascinated with that engineering failure. But they did a really good job with the overall story, and I feel like it was more impactful kind of hearing all the evidence laid out in that way. It was really good. Titan submersible resting near the Titanic. There were so many warnings, and the guy was just, Stockton Russ was just so cavalier. Like, you think I'm wrong? You're fired. And literally just warning sign after warning sign after warning sign, failed tests. And then they had a sonic system installed, and it was making tons of noise after a loud crack. And like, it literally, you built this system and ignored the system, and got crushed like a Pringles can because of it. And took 4 people with you. I mean, it's a shame. It's probably the first time, though, you know, a sea vessel has become an example of the hubris of man. Well, the second time. The other time was the Titanic, which they were going to visit. But lessons learned, you know. Can we make it through? Hold on a second. Economy. Crank it to 11. Can we make it through? Can we get through to, what do we need? Another 1,000 people? I don't know if we can get 1,000. Maybe we can. We'll crank the budget. How are we doing over here on zoning? We still got spots that can move in. Okay. Gigantic apartment building. How many stories? Hold on a second here. Look at this building. Okay. You got the entrance floor. Nobody lives in the entrance floor. Fine. It's an office. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 floors. I don't know. How do you feel? Quarter of the building? 4 apartments per floor? Let's be conservative. 15 times 4? 60? Right? 60 apartments? How many people do you think live in here? 22. I guess that's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But we got room to expand. Okay. We are off to a very gritty start. Hope you don't mind. But as you can see, like, there are ideas. We're gonna fix it and tweak it and do some really cool things, like dump sewage all over an office plaza in an attempt to put down key walls, because they couldn't just let us do that. But whatever. Whatevs. No big deal. I'm not mad. I'm not still bitter all these years later. Oh, man. AC, don't let me forget that. It's one of those ideas. Like, I think we should do a mouse fire logo. It was the Pringles can made out of carbon fiber with the Logitech controller. Yes, the Logitech controller was for real. Now, what's funny, what's true is the U.S. Navy does use actual, not the 360 Xbox controllers. However, there's two important things. They use actually a custom firmware, so they replace the motherboard in the device. They also use wired, because you'd have to be a psychopath to bet on wireless working in a submarine. Actually, number 3 is they use it for periscopes, because it's easy for people to adapt to, because they're kids, they grow up with controllers. It's easier than some of the flight sticks that were in, or not the flight sticks, the control sticks that were in the old periscope systems. So like they use them for systems like that. They're not piloting the submarine with a wireless Logitech controller. It's just so insane. It's so insane. The other thing is, like, the whole premise, in case you didn't know, and because I love to talk about it, I love, it's an amazing story. But they built a submarine out of carbon fiber. Now, most submarines are spherical, and the pressure container itself, right, where the pressure vessel where the people are, is spherical and titanium. It's spherical, doesn't collapse because it's a strong shape. It doesn't want to fold in like a box does, or a cylinder. It's relatively light for metal, but it's very expensive. And he wanted to make money bringing people down to the Titanic. So he did it out of carbon fiber, which is lighter, which is good. It's less expensive. Sure, that's fine. Except carbon fiber is used in like race cars, and not the important bit of the frame, but like the part that breaks away if it gets in an accident. Carbon fiber is used in airplanes where you're dealing with low pressure environments where you're creating the pressure on the inside of the plane, pushing out on that what is effectively string. And carbon fiber, like string's great at holding that pressure going out. It apparently is not so great at compression and being pushed in. Surprise, surprise. Lots of engineers actually told him that. And more than I understood. And there was like this culture of shut up and keep your job during the pandemic that I think let that happen. Look at that. We got to 11,000 while I'm just over here bullshitting about Titan. I didn't even have to do anything. We just had it set up for success. It's like riding a bike. It's like riding a bike. Is that when my ass hurts? Okay. We got a solar updraft tower. I think we can start to... Well, I was going to say start to remodel over here. What, this water over here? They're fine. They'll borrow it from the shop next door. What do you want? Happy now? Cave Phoenix? I kid. I hope you know I kid. How's our OG intersection? It's cranking along. It is cranking along. You know what might help this a little bit? What might help this a wee little bit? Can we do this with regular roads? Are there asymmetrics in small roads? Upgrade, we're gonna have to switch the directions on these, right? Because the way I drew them. Okay, so that'll be 2 lanes on the way out. In case anything is going back into the city, what are the configurations here? Can you guys move right only and straight and left? Okay. And then let's do the same thing here, because this is feeding a lot of traffic in. I think this, we can't up, wait. Okay, so that, and now we change direction. And we kept our pennies, we kept our eye drop, we got our med clinic, and we've got slightly better way of feeding traffic into this busy intersection, which I think only helps. It doesn't help add more turning lanes for the 4-lane to unload, but I think that's okay. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so Do we have more areas already? We got one to buy. So do we expand? We could move. Okay, we could get rid of our industry and start focusing on trees over here. We could put like a little tree forest industry over here off to the side of the suburbs. That might not be a bad way to meet some of the actual industrial demand. That could be okay. I don't know if we use behind the highway. I think it's enough of a hill. Maybe over there, down by the orange water. Could be careful with that. Might want to build another updraft tower or two from what I'm seeing from the power. Yeah, we're getting there. I know that's what I'm thinking about right now. Okay, so let's just drop this in and we'll think about that. I want to think about the next tile carefully here. Updraft tower. We'll put it where it won't get in the way of this road, I believe. Because we can still make this network more unruly and come out this way if we wanted to. Oh, abandoned house. You can stay. You can stay in the shadow of the power plant. Okay, so we're going to have a ton more power than we need. Let's hit play. Let's go info views. Electricity is insane, so let's shut these off for now. We will turn them back on as we need them. Hopefully I will remember. I've forgotten in series past. Okay, so now we're just solar updraft. What is our budget though for solar updraft? It's at 110. Let's see what it's doing at 100. Way more than we need, right? Not that much more than we need, surprisingly. Okay, I think if we keep the coal and we do 2 solar updraft, that gets us to nuclear power. And that's usually where I grow my cities. I don't usually need to add a second plant, or maybe a second plant, but I don't usually worry about the monuments. Forest industry will help the demand a lot, you think? Does it dig that much into the demand? I don't know that it does. I know that the office will. Like, we could come up with I should just figure this out. I should just do it. We should do it. You know what? I could even we got a river right here. I could fix this so easy after, right? Hold on. I say that. Let's save. Before we do major landscaping tasks, let's save. I've given this advice. I should follow my advice. Okay. So, okay, we can, why can't I see the terrain with the tool? That would be awesome. Okay, we can come in here and find some slope points and rebuild this after if we mess it up. But we'll try not to mess it up too much. We're going to try and just channel the water in here. Why am I going to zoning? Man, okay. I mean, I know why I'm going to zoning, but I ask in the editorial sense. So let's level. Let's try here. It's a little crazy, but because the road will hold the height where we want it. Oh, don't do that. And maybe, wait, do I do that? Do I place a road back here to hold the height of the spot that I want back there? Like that? Because won't that'll force the land to stay at that height? Okay, let's see if this counts as shoreline now. See what we can do here. Is there anything important over here? No. Okay, that should work, right? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll want to do that kind of stuff. I'm just very much trying to power through. We're making money, and we're moving people in. Okay, wait. Key walls. Please tell me we can do this now. Oh my god. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, so let's see if we can fix it now. That's the next question. So we'll cut off the water intake first, and then we'll level to here. And then we'll come back through. Let's see what that wall looks like. That's actually okay. I kind of like that. What do we think? We could get crazy with it too, if we wanted to, and bring it under that road and like bridge up the hill. But I also like don't want to commit to. It's gonna be I know it's gonna be an absolute headache, and maybe like just enough is enough to create kind of that tiered approach, and then maybe we've got room for like pedestrian paths coming up there, or. Hold on a minute. DLC? Oh, I gotta do it when the shoreline is there. But you can, we have these. They don't link well with the other ones, but if they're their own thing, they also have, they have pedestrian paths at the bottom, which is buried in water right now. So that's not a great, this is not a safe staircase to go down. But if we were to build that when the water was still there and I wasn't an idiot, I could channel the water back in and we could see what it looks like. I should do that real quick. Hold on. We're going to experiment. Hold on. Needs more flooding indeed. We haven't flooded again. Okay. Level set right there. Bring it through. It should be easy enough. I think that's going to be okay. Do I have to go a little lower? Probably a little lower to get shoreline in there technically. Okay, hopefully that did it. Let's see. I keep leaving the landscaping submenu. We want the creators, and those are one ways. Wait, do those both do any of the ones with the stairs have a one-way path? These are tiered all on their own. But I kind of like those ones with the staircases to come up and down, right? Because that. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what these look like, and let's think about it for a minute. Yes. Okay. So imagine an office building back here. Yup. And then we have the occasional, like maybe we have like one here, and one over here, like walkway that comes through the office buildings to connect to that path right there. I think it will work. And then they, in theory, you could walk from an office or the shore here, and then walk through the pathway between the office buildings, up the staircase to the next layer without having to walk all the way around. Like, that could look really cool. What do we think? It's good? We like it? We got thumbs up? Okay. Pandemic days of cities got you through some crazy times. I do, I really enjoy the aspect of content creation. Like it, I don't do it for the, money or recognition. I do it like, cause I like to help people or get them excited about games, and cities was absolutely one of those things. And pandemic era community around that was crazy. I went through some mental health issues in 2021. which I finally, I think, sorted out. But it's like alcoholism. It's a never ending battle. But like that community building and that era, I totally feel like it was that was a fun time. Very happy to have been a part of it, and happy to have provided entertainment along the way. Okay, what happened here? It's a little. I came up a little bit too high. No, we want to be down just a little bit from there. We want to be like here. No? Where do we want to be? I want to see the bottom of that key wall. Let's see what happens if we let the buildings zone back in. Because I want to see that. I want to see that sidewalk. Let's look at the spacing for the zoning. Oh, did we delete it when we undid the road? Okay, dude, you hold on. Give it. No. Bad office. Okay. Let's move this in slow. So we definitely want something on the edge of the zone. Let's do that. Do we do a footpath to each, like to the middle of each staircase? Or does it make sense to run one kind of up the middle here? Because then you could head either left or right depending on where you're going. So we could do like right here. It won't let me do that. No, you got to go one in. Why would you do that? That's what you want to connect to? What? Are you serious? Are you serious? That's disappointing. That's just what you can't connect. Why are there steps down there if that isn't also a path you could connect to? I mean, I guess I understand it wasn't designed to do that. We're trying to do something a little different with it. Why is the step working like that? That's so unfortunate. So like we can't do that because it's trying to connect to the top of the wall. And meanwhile, it will not let you connect to that node on the top of the wall. Okay, so no one may actually use those. So we don't need to worry about the footpaths coming through. Let's see how we like the look of it once the buildings move in. But are they going to knock? They're going to knock the terrain up a little bit the whole way down, aren't they? And just cover that up anyways. Son of a biscuit. Man. It is, right? It's gonna cover it all up anyways. Do I just put it back to the red? It looked fine with the key wall. That was gonna be a new function that was gonna be cool, and it doesn't work. And it's gonna bother me every time I look at it. Attempt number 3. Is that low enough? That's not low enough, is it? Okay. Last one. This is it. We're just putting the key wall back. That's what we're doing. Oh no. Oh no. I'll pause. No, I won't pause for this. We got to make more residential. I'm over here messing around. Thank God we're on collapse because I looked after I pressed it. We can't afford that kind of a mistake right now. We don't need that. Okay, dump is working again. Hopefully that means that all the trucks are out and will catch us up. We probably got to think about something over here on the other side of the train tracks. So we will do that. Okay, let's... This is so troublesome. I kind of want to fix that right now, but it's not important because I got to put the train station in to do that. we're racking up money nicely. We gotta move another ton of people in. Let's do this real quick. Hold on. How long is this block? Pretty long. We'll call it there. Do we don't get a guide for that one? Is that too far away for a guide? Did I turn guides off? Why am I not getting guides? Okay, fine. We'll go back. You don't want to give me guides? I will guide my way. Okay. This is the Blink 182 one again. Okay. Which means that we need to change this at some point. Do I have water down here? Probably not. Very close. Well, that's good. Okay, so we've got at least our residential demand met for a little bit. Are you kidding me? The other dump is full now. Thank God for natural disasters. AC, what do you do? Recycling plants? It's crazy. I usually do by this point too. I'm being really cheap. I'm being fiscally responsible. Okay, 2 new dumps. No big deal. It's totally fine. We could probably use the cemetery over at the other side of the river, I'm realizing. So let's throw that right here. We got a nice cross section. Also, how would these look? Ooh, okay. Okay. So let's put one of these here for now. And maybe we keep the residential pocket kind of tucked in there. We'll see. We'll have multiple. But here's that as well. Here, we'll throw it on this side. We'll have to break up our grid just a little bit. Always a good spot for maybe a park by the highway to take on some of the noise, maybe. Okay, childcare, elder care. We got a cemetery over here. We could put a dump closer. Ish. We should. Are people getting sick from the trash? What the? No! People are getting sick from the trash! I'm a terrible mayor. I'm not a good mayor. I'm still learning the game, okay? So we should probably do something about the garbage pileup. It might be a good idea. Okay, so cross the river here. Cross the train tracks, which I also like to call river. There's a train crossing here. We'll connect a highway up here somewhere. We've got farmlands up that way. Like, that's kind of a weird fade off. So, like, this should be all city services and stuff north of here. I say north because this is the orientation that I'm looking. I think, yeah, no, I think that's the way you spawn into the map, suggestively looking at this intersection. Whoops! Forgot about this little project over here. Let everybody move back in. So we don't technically have a body of water over here anymore, do we? Okay, hold on a second. That's a shame for all that office demand. Remember when we were doing this key wall again? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I forgot. No. Okay, that hopefully that is enough. Landscaping. Water. Straight up old key wall. Because the new ones are doo-doo butts. Well, no game. No. Can you raise the height of... What if I come in? Do I come in a block closer? Like that? Oh no, we rebuild that road. But hopefully that holds now, right? And then we come back over here. That is an excellent time for the squirrel, for sure. That was a pretty bad squirrel there. Okay, we okay with that? Can we? Here's the question. Would it be... It would probably be appropriate, especially since those don't have paths on top of them. Park fence? If we turn off... We want length. We don't want road guidelines. We want to snap to the grid. Will you let us snap? Will you please? Nope. Okay. Okay. Everything's going off. Everything's going off. No. Everything's going off. Okay. This box, center, the best as we can, the center of this box. Down to what would be the center of this box. Why? Why are you going to get all wonky on me, game? That's unfortunate. I mean, the rest of it's okay, I guess. No, it's not actually. Never mind. I take it back. It's definitely not okay. It's definitely not okay when you get down here and look at it. Sometimes it is really cool that we have this walking and driving mode and we can get down here and get around our cities. We didn't need a mod for it. And honestly, the mods on PC, like they're very wonky. But the mods are wonky on PC. This mode is much less wonky, but you see the wonkiness. So there's a trade-off. There's most definitely a trade-off. Where do you want to see the wonkiness? In the tool that you're using to walk around, or the details of the walking around? You got to have one. You can't have both. All right, I guess you technically could have wonkiness in both. That would probably be easy to do. Okay, so the fence doesn't exactly work. Do I need to... you know what I need to do, probably? Hold on a second. We need to flatten this. We need to repair the shore. We're going to have to figure out a way how to flood this on the other side. That's going to be fun. Okay, so level to here now. We'll see what this looks like again once we'll move in office buildings front and back and see what it looks like. Okay, so from here, we'll try and slope to there. And let's try and slope to there. And let's smooth that out. We'll plant some trees later. Like it never happened. Does that ground change when it's not freshly wet? Hopefully that's not resource related. We'll figure it out. Okay, so smooth that out a little too much because we do want this to have a good grade there. We'll see. A little bit of flooding still. Let's zone back here. And let's see what that does. That one square is going to bother me, but we should be able to do something with it. I don't know what. Do we spam grass? This one. Especially since there's not a pathway to get down there, does it create a little bit separation? I guess I can use colored trees as well, but it kind of like fills it in and gives it like a false divider. Do we spam grass as a loaded question? I mean, you know, as long as you do it responsibly, you know, whether we're talking aesthetically or other means, then yeah, it's, you know, it's fine. Whoa! Okay! Moses was here. That should catch up. It should be fine. We've messed up the terrain a little bit down here. This is longer term fixes. Terrain is not what we need to be spending our money on. Well, no, not that tool, not that tool. No, wrong tool. No, oh God, no. Why? Okay, game. I see you. I know your secrets. Okay, up here, we were gonna, like an hour ago, we were gonna put in another dump. I'm just gonna throw some city service up here by what will be the new highway entrance to support that up here to get rid of. Oh yeah, that's right. We had all the sick people. What's our hospital coverage over here? That explains part of that too. Big one down this way, right in the center here. There we go. We need to make a new office park. So this would be good office park territory right here. Because we do need to start filling this in more. Do I have, we got lots of water over here. It's just not coming in pipes. Oh, I turned off all, I was like, wow, this is really weird that it's like not snapping to anything. And yeah, I have snapping turned off. Good enough. We'll come back at some point and clean it up, I'm sure. Not really. Okay, that quadrant is covered nicely. We're good there. Apparently we don't have water up here, or we don't have enough water. We don't have enough. Are we full budget? I don't think it's a budget problem anymore. Yeah, it is an availability. Wow, the garbage is really making a lot of people sick, huh? Do we have crematoriums? Because like, if we can't fix them, at least we can deal with them a little better. Do we have those yet? Not yet. Is that soon? 18,000, we're almost there. Okay, water problem. Third pump. Is that even going to do it? Do we do the fourth pump now? Here, you know what? We'll do this. It's ready. It's here. It's off. Sewage is probably in the same boat, correct? Well, not, hopefully not. Not literally. I want sewage in the boat. Speaking of Titan, seriously though, really good documentary. It was good. Okay, so I'm starting, are we starting to see it's not covered by enough services, so they're not going to upgrade yet. I should find a way to come across the other side. Also, how do we like, Did I get a little impatient? Should I do the key walls first? Like maybe like we leave this as a sketch and come in to do this properly. But I think I've proven the point that we can do this. Can we tighten it up a little bit more is the question. And I think we could. I think we could get rid of this square of space here, put the road in, flatten, move it like one bit closer, and then let the stuff move in. But then will it knock it up the key wall? Does it matter? It's just a retaining wall at that point. Like, and do we want to do those all the way across and then have this road come up over it? Holy cow, I just saw that traffic on the right. Yikes. Yikes. We got traffic lights and stuff. We got a mess going on. Doing great though. Doing great. Oh, this is not Green Cities over here. So we're going to see that drop off there. Well, one, stylistically, but also I think there's a slight height drop off on the default buildings. Did I paint that up like right to the edge of that first street? I did. Okay. So I mean, we could do quadrants here if we want to. It doesn't really matter. We could use it as a way to keep traffic out, but I don't think it's even an issue. So I think we just build this up temporarily, but like this is what we're going to come back and do is maybe one more tier to get up this hill, because I think that'd be a really cool way to come up. And then we can debate, like I think definitely the one on the waterfront should not have zoning on this side, but maybe on the tier up, maybe we bring this back and there's a road in the middle and kind of widen that a little bit, and then we'll have one more tier like that, and that'll bring us mostly to where the suggested kind of central road through here is. I think we could do that. I think that could be really cool. This is a rough sketch of what's to become. Tune in like 10 streams and we'll get to it. You could add a walkway behind it, yes, but they're never going to go up, unfortunately, which kind of stinks. So I'd like to just move this back and tighten up the design if possible. If not, then we could build some kind of criminal alleyway back here. I know we know what happens back there. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, we've legalized recreational use in the city, which gives me an idea. Where do we have what looks like the dispensary? We need a dispensary up here by the pancake place. Let's see. No. Not the gas station. Not the police station. What about this green one? What is this? Yaksu? Whatever. This is our first dispensary. And you can't spell healthcare without THC, kids. There you go. There's our first dispensary in the city. Since we've got recreational use on, it's only appropriate. I think this is going to be great over here. I'm really excited about this. Just seeing this, you saw the finagling that we had to do, but I think we're going to elevate this whole bridge, which means we have to drop it less over here in the first place. We'll bring these roads. We'll bring the first two sets of roads under the bridge, and maybe the third one will go over, or we'll tunnel or something. I don't know. But I am really excited about the prospect of this in particular. I think we can do something fun with this, especially on a larger scale, where it's taking up like this whole quadrant between what will be the highway coming under there, Maybe even down here we do something a little bit different. This could be like a pedestrian focused zone, similar design. So, okay, I like this. I like this. Where are we at demand wise, right? Like that's what we gotta start answering some office demand. We gotta think about forestry. Let's see. AC. Let's see what this does. Areas. Where's forestry go? Up there by the trains? If this is going to be big city, this is going to be big city central here. It's got to fold off. It's got to come down. And I don't think trees, although that's a good spot for the industry, I don't think that's where we drop off. I think over here, if we keep this small residential, then I think we can tuck something in over here, right? We could also do far side of the... How far can we get up here? So we can actually get way up into these mountains. What do you want back? I can throw a football over those mountains. So we could do one of those, maybe working our way out to forestry may not be bad. And also we could use this for now, make it a 4-way. It'll be terrible. But it would work. Go tear down that Great Wall up there. Whatever that is. So that's a possibility. I think we could do... Oh, come on. I think we could do forestry up that way. Launch a donut truck over the mountain. More fire down here. Fire coverage on this side. Did we duplicate that? What do we do? Oh my God! Oh my God! Are they coming from across the river? How did that other building not burn down? What? No, high capacity fire station. High capacity fire. They're gonna have to turn around to get there. Where can we? We'll go here. Go, boys. Go. Anytime, guys. It's a rager. Anytime, boys. Anytime. Guys. Somebody just left there in a car. Did they come from the other island? Okay. Don't worry about it, guys. It's cool. Everything's cool. Can we change the model to clown car? What the hell? What the actual? Okay, so we've got some noise complaints. Surprise, surprise. Major avenue, heavy traffic. Maybe we plant a tree buffer zone, but it looks like with good healthcare coverage, they will at least get better fast. So that's what's most important. So height wise, I want to trail things off, but how do we feel about the general? We could do it with levels. I really, really, really love all the various levels of the Green City buildings so much. And I think I'm less particular about, like, I don't like the Art Deco. I love the Art Deco sometimes. Is that kind of Art Deco? I don't know. It doesn't feel right. The bigger tower's okay. I mean, I kind of see where that would fit in, but like these, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this. But some of the smaller ones get a little too weird, a little too off kilter. I like the consistency of the Green Cities, but at some point it becomes too much. So, okay. Okay. Temporary office park. Let's see let's imagine what it would look like on the other side if we had a key wall. Over here. So what if we brought the key wall back a little bit? Or not the key wall. The key wall would be in the same spot. The key wall would be right here. Right about there. So what if we had the next street? And again, this is subject to change. What if we had the next street like right, and I'm not snapping anything here, but right there. So like on the waterfront, you've got office buildings kind of facing directly out. Key wall back, right? You'd have the back of the buildings on this street and another street, and then do that one more time. So one more key wall and a double-sided street. And that should come up again to about, well, let's see if we keep it pretty tight. And you do that again. So, I mean, it gets it to where it's flat, and then you have like one more road through here. Maybe it's a plaza or a park or something. But I'm okay. I'm sorry. I'm seeing it. I just keep coming back to it. Let's we're wasting money on roads that we don't need. Let's go back to straight, but let's put all the snapping back on because we have them all turned off. That's good. Okay. So we'll come in a few. Actually, for Office Park, we can do whatever the hospital is. Let's see. We could do something weird here. Okay. Standard office here. We'll have in the very like back section here, if this road is a cut through that becomes like a 4-lane, which is my plan. I gotta make sure that didn't make a traffic light when I did that. No, it's only when you place the road. So we'll come through here with something like that. And we'll have the tallest of the tall, like the IT and this couple of skyscrapers we might use in this little triangle right here. So like you'll have your suburbs, you'll have your commercial here. Maybe some more suburbs, but across the way you'll have the less intimidating, tier 3 buildings. We'll upgrade to the tier 4. Back here we'll have the IT and skyscrapers, and then we'll feather things back down this way. Maybe we can use some emerging downtown over here, do something fun near the train tracks and the other highway and the farmland. Maybe, I don't know. We'll figure that out. That's Future Mouse's problem. Right now, though, I think like where do we go for the trees? Where do we go for the trees? Because we temporarily got a little bit of office just to move some people in and keep. We got to get the population going again, huh? I guess we're doing all right in that front. We made it through quite a few milestones tonight. Okay, I think we've come all the way around on this station as well, too. I could be wrong. So, K-pop. We'll wrap it up with K-pop. In fact, maybe we should. I realize it's 12:30. Maybe I should wrap it up. That's kind of a jam. We've got some police problems over here. Do we ever do police on this side of the river? Or is that just not connected to anything? Okay, hold on a second. It's just literally not connected. That'll do that. That'll happen. The criminals are going to get sick from all the garbage that they're robbing, apparently. Okay. That could be an awesome spot for a tree industry. As could this by the trains. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We have one tile for purchase. I'd like it to be the start of the forestry industry, but we don't have to force it. But maybe think about that. I'll debate this. We don't have to pressure this decision. Stay tuned for the next one. We'll do forestry industry. We'll get some mass transit going. We'll start to see more and more of the offices build up. We can build up the top half of that side of the river, and we'll worry about the expensive, complex projects like putting in those tiered walled offices later on. That could be when we have much more money to play around with. Probably tomorrow. I think tomorrow. Fridays and Saturdays are usually a sure thing, but sometimes life happens. And Sunday nights I like to try and take off with me missus. So if you are new here, subscribe, please. We'd love to see you again. And that again will probably be tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Check your local listings. But I hope you enjoyed. It was fun to mess around and start a new build. It's a little blocky. It's a little boring, but we knew that, or I knew that coming in. I think you should kind of assume that if we're playing without cheats, we kind of have to work our way up, and it's okay to tear stuff down and redo it. It's okay to have horrible traffic that the cinematic camera loves to show you. We did not try and really manage traffic at all. We if anything, just completely disregarded it. So the fact that honestly no buildings burned down with that lack of coverage is kind of wild. I think this could be a good one, Adia. I don't know. They all have good parts in a way. I think I've learned a lot, and hopefully this is the one that I have patience for. It's the first one. I mean, Meander was there, but Meander, I was still in that mode of like, oh, we got to bolt on this, we got to bolt on that. Now I just want to build the city and bolt on what I want to bolt on, and I have visions for a lot of it, but it doesn't have to be everything by any means. There's going to be a campus for sure. There's going to be a forestry industry and maybe a little farming. Definitely some greenhouses. You don't know what they grow inside, but they may supply a local shop. It's the ice cube factory. They don't make ice cubes. They make edibles. Stay tuned. I hope everybody enjoyed. I hope you had some fun. Maybe got some ideas and got inspired to start in on a city of your own, or maybe even playing all along. 18,000. Okay, what did we unlock? We unlocked crematoriums, excellent. Water treatment plants. We got the higher capacity helicopter depot. Does that mean we have the lower capacity ones too? We've got transport hubs unlocked, old market stations, metro plazas, all sorts of stuff. We'll be working our way up to 22,000 on the next one. That should be a nice easy jump. And then they get a little crazy from there. They get a little bit more spacious. What are we trying to get to ultimately? 90 to unlock all 25 tiles. So we'll get there. What do we think on the next one? Do we think we can we, if we apply ourselves, can we get from 18 to 48? No way we can't. We can't do that. That's okay though. What we got to figure out is next tile to buy, where to build in people over here, and how to fold it together, how to feather things down in a nice way. And I gotta hunt for the forestry tile. It's out there. It's out there somewhere. It's one of them. Good night to Yukon. Good night to everybody. Hope you have a great one. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow on the next city stream, when we'll sort out some of this mess, and we'll cause some more mess. And there will definitely be fires, so don't miss that. K-pop station's epic. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. It's getting late here. I don't have anything more for you. Like, subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow night. And until then, it's Move the Mouse signing off. Oh. I didn't realize the music wasn't also on that channel when I cut to it. That's awkward. Sorry. Well, that's your stream for the evening. Good night.